I want y'all to look at Joe Biden's eyes and how little he blinks, but also the serum type stuff that has been known with CIA and others that makes people congenitive or what you conscious, like to start acting. You can see there's times where his mouth's open and it's slowed down and swerved, and then times where he's on point. Like
can
actually
you
the
hear
swerve
me?
stops.
Do you understand what I'm
Moose,
saying?
what are you doing?
I was
Moose,
just
what are you
trying
doing?
to.
Seriously?
I was trying to be clear that I can't understand a word that he's saying. Can you be a little bit more?
Hi, Moose.
Hi, Moose.
Hi, but can you talk a little more clear so people can understand you at least?
Moose.
I didn't
No,
know
go
you had
back into
talking
whatever you
zebras
were
up on your
doing.
stream.
Just be clear.
Okay.
About it.
It's starting to become like a beta cacophony here. Just high voices, estrogen. I can't do it. It's just degenerating real quickly. Right. I can't do the beta male cacophony of high voices and estrogen and cycling and spinning. It's just we're way too early into the broadcast. Right. And this is usually what you call in Snafu Snaps when you show up.
You never did play my clips that we've pulled for you about dude.
I know. I got it up there. I'm trying to get to it, and you guys are holding me up to try to. You're holding me back, and then telling me to get to what I'm trying to get to.
Quit holding.
You realize how that
works?
What?
I'm still.
What is your deal, man? All right, I'll get
bro.
to it, please. You got me over a barrel here. It's only 50 seconds, so I'll give you what you want. The midlife bro logic guy who was on here yesterday, the Trump tard with the bald head and the steroids. You said he's selling his panties online. He denied it. You sent me a video. We'll view it and see what we make of it.
Actually, there was 2 videos, but yeah.
Examining someone. Understand?
What happened now? Snafu Snaps.
Can someone pass the popcorn?
Come on, like if they're examining someone, understand?
Okay, fuckers. Are you guys ready to see Flo State's ass? I mean, Flo, I'm serious. I want to start a OnlyFans. It's going to be, I'm not going to stick things up my butt. I am going to, let me show you the underwear that I'm buying. Let me present this to you again in case you can
See, he
reconsider.
denied it to y'all.
You're the only one who sent me anything as of
I know.
yet. Listen,
Why
here's
are
the
we
deal.
watching this?
I don't want to wear underwear.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a good question. Why are we watching 4 obviously gay men pretend to be heterosexual instead of just, and then like subconsciously out all of their proclivities? That's what that whole broadcast has become over there. It's pretty much a bunch of bisexual folks who, rather than just speak on the phenomena of bisexuality within themselves and in life, they just try to all press it, repress it, depress it, and try as they might, it just oozes out in other places, right? That's what happens. Like when you all press, repress, and depress, you squeeze, then it oozes out other places. And that's what you're seeing there. So we get it. You guys are bisexual. You won't admit it. It's obvious by looking at you and listening to you. And then you do bit on bits like this, pretty much confirming it. So it's okay. We accept you. You could actually be bisexual and still be a good person and stand for something true and correct. So like, try that out. Try just owning your bisexuality and then standing on some kind of values, principles, ethics, logic, maybe rights. I don't know. We are Americans.
Well, let's just remember he bold-faced lied to all you guys when I called him out on
they're
this.
Always
exact
lying.
topic.
They always lie. And you did ask. This is how they lie, because he knew what you were talking about, but it's not what you specifically asked. It's like you asked something similar but not the same, and he pretended he didn't know what you were talking about. I know that, but he didn't say that. He didn't say he's selling underwear. He said he's going to wear underwear and be gay online for a bit and get paid because he's desperate for money and to out himself.
If you go more into that, he talks about selling it. So I just only picked out the 50 seconds.
Okay.
What does
Well, then
that
you're
have
right
to
then,
do
I
with
guess.
Paul's stream?
Yeah, okay. That's a great question. Got a great question. This has become a variety show. So you might get news, you might get insanity, you might get asylum.
Why do you have a wrestler's slogan as your name? Yeet. Kedro.
Now we're going real deep on the nonsense because there's no way to answer that without then getting deeper into nonsense. So please don't ask.
What do you mean a wrestler's name?
Yeah, you know what yeet is? It's what Jay
Can we refocus? Seriously. Can we refocus? I'm going to have to start throwing people out. I'm getting really good at feeling when the numbers
Well,
are
I'm
about to
just-
drop. I'm getting really good at it. Like I can sense it. I go, oh my God, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Start talking. All right. Like I have to force a talk to keep the folks here, because if I stop talking for even 10 seconds and you keep going on whatever this is that you're even doing right now, I can feel it. It's gonna drop out right under me. Like one of those
Well, I'm
rides.
here to
You go
throw
up and
my
the floor drops
name-
out.
I'm here to throw my name in the Unslavia mod list. That's all.
Your name's been on that list as far as what you want, and I've not accepted you as a mod. So
Right. I'm just
it's been
bringing it up.
there. I know that you want more power. That's one thing I can figure out. I always know that. I always know.
because he's
One
a
thing I know
fucking
is Snaps wants more power, more control, more responsibilities, more validation. I know that. I'm not accepting right now. You'll be
That's
the
fine.
first to know. Yeah, you'll be the first
Okay.
to know.
Or you can
Can
let
we
my
move
producer
on?
here know.
Your producer took over your channel the other day and streamed my content.
Yeah, I
Are
know.
you aware of that?
You both caused a fucking ruckus that day, him and you.
But I didn't
I
even
don't know
know
how
he
it
was
happened.
doing
It
that.
happened.
I didn't tell him to do that. I had no idea. I woke up and it was happening. And then he goes, I took over, and I go, all right, whatever. No one was even watching. You didn't even get any viewers for me. So it didn't even really matter. Same
They
six
were
people.
enjoying it, though. They were having a grand old time.
Whatever.
Moose, is that a tuna?
Yeah, it's a yellowfin.
We're trying to
Yellow
get
Tusk.
him to start producing for Jack again. That's the
Okay,
goal.
seriously. Okay, seriously. You guys are done. It's going nowhere.
What
Trust
did
me
I
on
say?
this. I am the god of all media. I have a sixth sense for your sickness. I have a sixth sense, is what it is. I can sense the sickness and where it's going and when we have to kind of move on. And this is not helping. Quite frankly, it's not
Great.
helping.
Now
Hey,
there's
you
a
hear
fourth
Dr.
one.
Paul
Peter
is getting
Dr.
cuter and shut up.
decided to-
Will you're so out. Goodbye. I got women hitting on me now, and you're just continuing on and on and on. Please. Yes, I am getting cuter and I am looking healthier. Doing a lot over here for health. I'm like the WHO. I'm like NIH. I'm very healthy and I'm very much about health. What's that now? Together we learn and grow. Right. What is that? Yes.
Vertical filming
Let's,
is a crime.
you can get COVID from the vaccine. What? Hold on a second. Go back up. You can't get. Okay, so we're busting some myths here. All right, let's bust some myths live on the air.
Stay safe. It's all
Fact
about
number
hashtag safe.
one. Shut up, please. Fact
sir.
number one. You can't. Please. Shut up doesn't mean say yes. It means stop talking because I'm talking. The kid is so passive aggressive. It's amazing. Could you get? You're even doing it now. I want to read the sign. You know what? You're out to. Brings a fucking sign up here and then doesn't let me read it. Talks over me when I ask him to shut up. He goes, okay. He's one of those. You're in school, right? You're trying to get on with the lesson or whatever's going on. You're like, could you stop talking? Yeah, sure, no problem. Okay, but could you stop? Yeah, I got it. Damn it, Pino.
I always just kept talking in school.
Who has keys
It
here?
was like
Is
a
someone else
curse.
at Moose? Do you have keys here?
No, I don't.
Well, good. We're going to keep it that way. Okay, can we get to the list, please? We're busting myths. You can't get COVID from the vaccine. Fact. And I love how they put fact before it too. Like it wasn't good enough to give the propaganda. I mean, sorry, the truth. And then have to put fact next to it so that it registers in every slave's brain. Okay, let's go to the next one. Go back out. I need my next fact. The vaccine does not alter your DNA. Fact. The vaccine is safe and it works. Fact. The vaccines that are currently available prevented hospitalization and death 100% of the time.
100%.
Man, that's a hell of a claim. They went 100% on that. You got to respect that. You got to respect that pimping spirit. They went 100, not even 99, not 95. 100% of the time, vaccine protected a motherfucker from going to the hospital, and we're not going to take anything different that you got to say. It's our story. We're sticking to it.
Yeah, everyone.
First of all, can I just say that we must be making immense progress on this nation because every hospital this kid goes to is run by black people. 3/4 of these people in the hospital are brown and black people. Well, I don't know. There was a couple Caucasians, it seemed like, but yeah. Oh, there you go. African-American woman with the lab coat. See, all the doctors are black. We've somehow recreated the original Cosby show that everyone said would never be real. Because in that old world of racism, they go, what are the odds that you have a black family and the father's a doctor and the mother's a lawyer?
I got
That doesn't really happen too much.
This camera is making me dizzy though. I feel like I'm on VR.
VR, is that some kind of like AIDS medication or something?
It means virtual reality.
Oh. All right, did we get all the facts? 'Cause yeah, like this is what progress looks like. This is what democracy and progress looks like. A hospital full of doctors who are all black or brown, and a bunch of facts about
So even if you already had COVID or are young and healthy, doctors say it's best to get vexed because the disease is unpredictable and you can still get really sick.
But see, that's the thing, right? Like, this is the thing. Even M. Davis is confirming it because I thought that this was white lore about black families. And then he confirms, like, if you roll the dice on a black family, he says he knows someone. Father's a doctor, mother's a lawyer, but son, dope dealer. See? It's kind of like a house of Italians, you know? If you're going to go ahead, if we gamble, right, and we go, show us the Italian household. Mother's a doctor, father's a lawyer. Bam, son's a career criminal. Every time. You know? So I don't know what that is. Is that's not really a color thing. It's a cultural thing, I guess. I don't know. We're learning here. We're learning and we're resolving race relations. Even though I don't believe in race, the construct.
Last but not least, the research on the VEX.
Okay, yeah. The research on the stop it. The research on the treatment was not rushed, and that's in bold letters. Really take that in. Was not rushed. Scientists had been working with similar viruses for years and already had a head start. Wow. So like, and now can we add a fact on there? Do you got a pen on you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, can you go ahead and ask for permission to alter that sign to add an extra fact on there? Ask this guy. He seems official. Wait a second, is that a mall? Did they put a mall in a damn hospital?
Basically, essentially.
Maybe they put
Exactly where it
Oh
popped
my
up.
God.
It's actually where it popped out 31 years ago. 1 year after it was built.
You know what? This is, it's my fault. I was shocked there for a second because I'm like a Sovset, outcast, rebel type person. I'm a little wacky. This is Americana, like pure and simple, straightforward. This is American value systems at this time. We have a hospital and a mall combined. So like we can satisfy all of American value systems in one go, right? Like consumption, we can just eat shit, buy shit, and then use pharmaceutical drugs and lie and waste. You know, just lie and waste away. This is the trifecta of American values. A hospital with fast food and mall in it.
A hospital.
That's right. That's what every American aspires to like. Like if you're an American, you immediately want to get property across the street from this place. So you can go in there, shop around. They got good health care, the whole thing. You know, stop by for a bite to eat. That's like when we were kids. This is an adult's version of an American carnival. A hospital with fast food joints and mall in it. It's got everything one could need. Can they hear me in that elevator? Can these people hear me? Penile Power? Hello?
What now?
Can they hear me? All right. We're going up. That guy definitely heard me say something about the what now?
I said I'm in an elevator, so the connection might be shitty.
Right.
Yeah, but 3 cheers for Western medicine, dude.
Can you go ahead and ask them when did we get so many African American first responders and doctors? Is this a recent thing? I'm really proud of the African American community for rising to the occasion.
Can I get 6? Thank you. Oh my God.
How much does that woman make a year? Is she single? He makes that big nurse money, huh? She's getting at least 40 to 60 a year.
Are you writing a biography or something, Paul?
No, I'm just saying, nothing like a robust black woman who makes good money to kind of brighten up your life. At least the kind of man I am. She could probably drive me around. I could like, ride in the passenger seat or maybe borrow her car from time to time. Probably got decent credit. Yeah, when you meet a black career woman, like a black nurse, you hold that down. You lock that down. There's nothing better than that. All right. I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm probably making little to no sense, and I feel like numbers are dropping. So we're going to move on here.
That's because of me. Let's be real about it.
Kinda. Snafu Snap
No,
started it, Moose continued it, and then you really kind of just snowballed it. So we're going to move on unless there's any. Yeah, I'm not mentioning you because I feel like you're kind of sensitive, so I leave you out. You're part of it too, but I don't really insult you too much. I try to I give you kid gloves, Kidro, because you're Kidro. I don't want to and plus too, you're kind of demonic. Like the last time I insulted you and got into it, you started casting spells on me and making weird, creepy videos, and I'm really not into that. So I'm just kind of letting you be. Now these two clowns and cretins, they're gonna get what for? All right, we're gonna move on here. I got a new Grim Hustle. How to turn your boys into men. And no, Moose, it's not what you think it is. Don't get excited. This is a video on how to raise youngsters into functional, formidable, honorable men. This isn't some kind of bizarre sexual relations.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
If you want to be free and powerful as a man, you have to understand the role of the father. Many men in our society are not men. They are boys. The step to go from a boy to a man is not simple. In the old times, a father would take the son with him into the wilderness to hunt. It felt so dangerous to the boy that he feared of his life. But the boy stayed as strong as he can, and he got the comfort and the honor and the respect from his father. This night, the boy became a man.
And
Here is my
Spartans were
advice to
born.
grow strong. Number one, no matter if your father is strong or weak, at least one day in months, honor him. It will make you stronger. Number two, respect and listen to your father's expectations, but live your life as if your father was dead. Only with that mindset, you will become your own man. Number three, once your father dies, honor his heritage, big or small. Number four, if you have children, do not overprotect them, but take them into the wild and then protect them as much as they need, but not more. Number five, find a strong vision and purpose in life and live it like a good father. Number six, find and take advice from mentors. And finally, number seven, there is a Father watching all over us. The power you put in God is the power God puts into you. Be honorable.
All right, I can't really argue with any of that. Let's just move right along here. We'll do the highlights from the first presidential debate, because I know everybody wants to say it. I'm actually curious to watch the highlights just to be entertained at how ridiculous this system has become, and pretty much always has been, and kind of how duped out the majority of the public is, thinking that this is going to lead to anything prosperous or prosperity related. So let's just go to that. 180 seconds of the debate from last night. All the highlights. This is the highlights, or what I would call the lowlights for the low lives.
Do you support any legal limits on how late a woman should be able to terminate a pregnancy?
I support Roe v. Wade.
Low
We can
lives.
take the life of the baby in the 9th month and even after birth.
That is simply not true. We are not for late-term abortion, period, with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with.
We had the safest border in history. Now we have
It's
the worst
fucking
border
sad.
in history. There's never been anything like it.
There's no data to support what he said. Once again, he's exaggerating. He's lying, and I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
If a Republican did that, they go to
Thank
jail.
you, President Trump.
The only person on this stage is a
Oh,
convicted
man.
felon is the man I'm looking at right now.
But he could be a convicted felon as soon as he gets out of office.
He caused the inflation, and it's killing black families and Hispanic families.
There was no inflation when I became president. You know why? The economy was flat on its back. 15% unemployment. He decimated the economy. The only one who wants the war to continue is Hamas. We are the biggest producer of support for Israel of anyone in the world.
He said the only one who wants to keep going is Hamas. Actually, Israel is the one, and you should let him go and let him finish the job.
The only existential threat to humanity is climate change, and he didn't do a damn thing about it. He wants to undo all that I've done.
The Paris Accord was going to cost us $1 trillion. It was a ripoff of the United States. He never fired people. I've never seen him fire anybody. I did fire a lot. I fired Comey because he was no good. I fired a lot of the top people at the FBI, drained the swamp. They were no good. This guy hasn't fired anybody. He's the worst president in the history of our country. He's destroyed our country.
Presidential historians, they've had meetings and they voted who's the worst president in American history. One through best to worst. They said he was the worst in all of American history.
He will drive us into World War III, and we're closer to World War III than anybody can imagine. President Xi of China, Kim Jong-un of North Korea, all of these, Putin, they don't respect him, and he's going to drive us into World War III.
You want to have a war, just let Putin go ahead and take Kyiv, make sure they move on, see what happens in Poland, Hungary, and other places along that border. Then you have a war.
The only reason I'm here is he's so bad as a president that I'm going to make America great again.
We're the envy of the world. I name a single major country president who wouldn't trade places with the United States of America.
There it is. The debate highlights.
That was just cringe.
Yeah, what's with Cleveland too today telling me that I'm late? Your black ass has some nerve telling me I'm late because I started 2 minutes after the 1 o'clock hour. How fucking dare you? You're lucky I like you. Truth or Cop, what's your deal, man?
Listen, man. I'm over here. This is the longest pedestrian bridge in America, or the world, actually.
No. Truth or Cop, don't jump, okay? If you just get rid of the fedora, and stop lisping, it'll all get better. I swear. Don't do it. We love you. Take the fedora off and change the voice. Stop lisping. It's gonna get better. What's up, Douglas? What do you got going on, man? You know I love teasing
This is the longest pedestrian bridge in the world, apparently, and it's near Poughkeepsie. Yeah, and it goes from, there's a trail. They made this trail that you can walk all the way from New York City to Buffalo, and that's the trail I'm on, headed right to Berserker Bear right now. I'm walking my ass up there, dude. I'm coming hard.
You're coming hard. Whoa.
Yeah, baby.
Are you guys gonna wear protection when you get there for that momentous event? He's coming hard, Berserker. All right.
Look out, Berserker. I'm coming for you, baby.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pound you hard.
He was in the military, okay? How many miles is that fucking land bridge there from the city to Buffalo?
Well, like 500 probably. So I figure if he wants to really get this happening, at least, I don't know, dude, but it's like below Albany, man.
Wait a second. They created
it goes across the whole state.
They created a bridge 500 miles long for people to walk. What the hell is that?
No, the bridge. This bridge is on that walkway. The path continues. This bridge is like 2 miles.
Does anyone know what he's talking about? Is anyone aware of this?
I'm telling you, I'm walking up to Berserker Bear's house.
Well, you better not say that because he's doing cease and desist.
I'm walking up to his city. Right. Well, that's why I got to get up there. I started walking today because I was like, I don't want that cease and desist letter to get here first. Because if that cease and desist letter gets here before I walk up there, you know, I'll have to stop what I'm doing because, you know, it's a cease and desist letter, dude. That's an incredible
Right.
threat. Anyhow, just want to get that out there. My
All right,
phone's about
well,
to die.
there you go. You do the phone it's about to die bit and then just disappear. That's good. that's you do the whoa, like whoa, phone's dying. Gotta go. Phone's gonna die. Yeah, there it is. Phone died. All right. He just had to get in here, let everyone know he's on the way. He's coming hard to Berserk or with Berserker Bear on him for him. I don't know. Landbridge, Buffalo to New York. Or wait, Buffalo is New York City to New York State, I guess. Fascinating. Okay, let's move along here. We got officer caught breaking the law. What else is new? This isn't exactly news. You know, when dog bites man, it's not news. When man bites dog, that's news. All right, let's go to that.
I'm asking you questions. You can help me by answering the questions. Officer, I need your name and badge number, please. It's Officer Miller.
Climate change.
Officer Miller.
Disrupting.
I need your name and badge number.
You better get out of
Officer Miller, I need you to follow the law. You understand that? You understand that, officer?
Did he just hug him?
You guys, welcome back, folks. Today's video comes to you by way of Terry Roach. What he does in this video is absolutely necessary. Cops sometimes think they're above the law. They're supposed to follow the same laws that we get in trouble for. Let's check out this video. We'll pause for comments, and I'll give you my final.
Just jumped in the car with him.
Howdy, officer. I need your attention for a moment, please. If you'd come this way or I can come that way, whichever you'd prefer. Come this way. Thank you, sir. Listen, I believe you're the officer who pulled in the AT&T parking lot just a moment ago. About an hour ago, actually. Is that correct?
What can
I was behind. I'm asking you questions. You can help me by answering the questions. Officer, I need your name and badge number, please. It's Officer Miller. Officer Miller, I need your name and badge number.
You better get.
All right, folks, I forgot to remind you guys to go subscribe to his channel. I'll be dropping the links in the description and in the pinned comment. Let's get back to it.
Officer Miller, I need you to follow the law. You understand that? You understand that, officer? I have evidence right here of you following the law, of not following the law. My bad. I need to continue speaking with you. Are you aware of who I am?
You better stay out of my
Do you know who I am, sir?
Who are you?
I'm going to stand right here. You can call your supervisor here. It could be Chief Babcock. It could be Commander Mullinax. It could be Commander Ross. It could be any of those.
Oftentimes, we see cops speeding down the road with no emergency lights on. They turn and lane change without signal lights. They park in red zones. Sometimes they steal drugs from the locker rooms and sell them back to the streets. Don't believe me? Remember the movie McFarland starring Kevin Costner? One of the runners from that movie later went on to become a Bakersfield police officer who would steal drugs from the locker rooms and sell it back to the people. He got caught and fired, and he was sent to prison. I grew up 15 miles from McFarland. Several cops along with Demasio Diaz tried to become kingpins. Diaz went from the red carpet to the Gray Bar Motel in just 9 days. After the movie came out and he thought he was famous, he got the attention that he really didn't want.
I have observed you on multiple... Listen to me.
Mr. Roach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing all right.
That's how we
Let's
address
start
each
over.
other. Let's start over. Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. What I need you to do, let's make this real quick.
Okay.
I need you to follow the law.
Okay.
I've observed you on multiple occasions, and I have video evidence tonight of you going through multiple stops, not using your turn signal. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Have you had anything?
Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Okay.
That's a question. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Have you had anything to drink tonight?
Well, I'm a human being. Every human being needs water. It's very difficult. Do you understand what I'm telling you about your turn signal use? Are we clear on this?
What can I help you with?
You can help me by answering questions. We've already been there. We're going in circles.
Okay.
Do you understand your responsibility to follow the law? And when a citizen interacts with you, you don't close the door and walk away. Are we clear on this, Officer Miller? Are we clear on this, Officer Miller? I'm not going to find you breaking the law in your driving again, correct? Correct? Do you understand what I'm telling you? Do you understand what I'm telling you? I am telling you, would you like to see the video evidence of you on multiple...
I'm about to get in my vehicle.
And I'm not going to prevent you from doing so.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm telling you, Officer Miller? Do you understand what I'm telling you, Officer Miller? I think you do. Don't let me catch you again breaking the law, Officer Miller. Are we real clear, Officer Miller? You're going to be driving away, and you're not going to do it again. You understand me? Do you understand That's right. That's why you're driving away. You will cease and desist from this criminal behavior. Don't ever-
All right, folks, and here are my final thoughts. This video brought joy to my poor little heart. If we let the cops get away with simple infractions, they'll think they can get away with stealing drugs from the locker rooms and sell it back to the streets. We have what's called people discretion. We can choose to do nothing, or we can choose to hold them accountable. I've done this before. In Los Angeles, we caught a bike cop speeding through a parking lot, and we let him have it. He was a 3-striper to top it off. My son, San Joaquin Jr., pulled over a cop once for speeding. That was a great video as well. But Terry Roach could possibly have one of the best videos regarding this. He did not let this cop go without being put on notice. That's the best warning for speeding I've ever seen, and it didn't come from a cop. If only we could ticket and arrest bad cops. I don't see why we can't do that if we have video proof of them committing crimes and infractions. The least we can do is put their patterns of behavior on display on YouTube for the world to see.
Well, yeah, there's nothing essentially stopping you from doing that behavior. You're just going to have to get organized like they are, right? So you issue the summons and citation, summons to appear. You have them sign. If they don't sign, then you still have the summons to appear for the infraction, and then you're going to have to try them using the court facilities for violation of their own policy and procedures, and what they call statute, policy, and code. See, ironically, statute, policy, and code was only supposed to ever apply to agent and agency, so they do have to follow it. They are the ones obligated to follow it, and they really can only technically uphold it for other trustees of the U.S. corporation or public service corporation. They can't uphold statute, policy, and code on men and women on the land. Now, they do it all day, every day, under the presumption that we are all residents of the state of and the United States corporate body, right? Body politic, unspoken social contract. You've heard those terms before. We've gone over it here ad nauseum. All right, let's continue here. More of the same. Police don't know the difference between public and private property. This is apparently another San Joaquin.
Okay. You don't need to intervene while we're trying to talk to him. We're trying to get the
Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Whether the ones on the bottom know the difference between public and private property or not, they may know, they just don't care anymore because the system that they're in is abolishing private property and private property rights and rights of the quote unquote person, right? So security of the person, papers and effects, as well as free speech, as well as private property are becoming a thing of the past because folks are not upholding that. Right? The average citizen slave has conflated the jurisdiction between public and private, making it such that all the officers and everybody in the system, if they do know, are now ignoring it because you've all contracted and opted in to, again, the body politic and the unspoken social contract. So whether or not they know the difference or not, the majority of you do not have any private property anymore. We've gone over this ad nauseum. I'm wondering when San Joaquin Valley and Brian from High Impact and Chile de Castro and the rest of them are willing to, if they need to, sit down with me and we can go over the documentation showing how you've converted all of your private property into public property. So de facto, right, by default, as it is currently speaking, you don't have private property. So it's not that they don't know the difference between private and public property. You are not aware that you've turned all your private property and your private person into public entities, right? So they're being administrated by other public entities, your estate, so to speak, and everything that extends off of your beingness. We'll get there. At some point, we'll get there. They'll get what the fuck I'm saying is true, and they'll get the gravitas, right? The gravity behind what I'm saying, and they will start to speak it more, and more importantly, they will correct their status and standing and the record, and they will manage their affairs in a different way. They will present in a different way. They will have a different understanding. That's what I'm working toward. I'm essentially here to get the auditor community on track. I'm essentially here to get the Republitard community on track, right? I'm like the minority here, the setting brush fires in the minds of men as a minority, like patriot, as they like to say. A lot of the rest of you folks are a bunch of statist patriotards, right? When I say patriot for you, it's PAY, because you've basically either bought and or sold all your rights freedom and principles down the river. You've bought back your privileges. That's what I should have said. You sold all your rights, natural rights, personal choice, power, freedom down the river, and you bought back privileges, right? Many of you got CCWs to carry your guns. That was a right. They contracted a right out, sold it back to you. So you go, what's another $35 to get my CCW so that I can carry and bear arms? Well, that was a natural right. You lost it because you gave it up, and then you bought it back as a privilege. That's called pimping and hoeing. Boy, do I respect these people and what they do. They're so great at it. How could you not? I'm not a hater. Even if it turns out my life goes bad, you know, I wind up losing my private property and rights, I wind up getting killed or put in a cell, I still got to respect the players in this game who pimped a whole fucking generation out of their private property and rights with words and terms and doublespeak. Bravo. Oh, you residents of United States, all caps, 10 square mile arena near Maryland, Delaware, not even an actual state of the union, is lobbying now to become a state of the union. Washington, D.C., District of Columbia. Wonder what that is. Go ask Jordan Maxwell. Someone asked me that day, you ever listen to Jordan Maxwell? Jordan Maxwell's 20 years ago at this point. And even he was being obtuse or obscuring the bigger reality. He was kind of dropping hints. You know, what is the District of Columbia? Right, go look into it.
That is a public sidewalk. Okay?
Move on.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. We have another sovereign citizen video, but it's not who you think it is. It's the
Sovereign
actual
citizen.
cops. This lawless bunch thinks that the laws don't apply to them, just like many other cops in the
Right.
United States and around the world, as a matter of fact. You know, since we started our channel, we've discovered some patterns. And in one of those patterns that we discovered, we realized that cops really don't know the oath that they swear to. And I'll challenge you guys to look for a video online where a cop's getting sworn in where he actually knows his oath. You won't find it, folks. I've looked. Now, here's the issue with this video. The cops are telling this guy to leave, but he's on a public sidewalk. For some reason, cops think that just because they get a call, they can violate your rights. This man is recording. He walks up closer to where the cops are, and immediately they start pushing him back. They even threaten to arrest him, and you're not going to believe the way this cop acts towards the end. Let's go ahead and watch this video, folks. We'll be pausing for some comments, and I'll give you my final thoughts at the end.
All I did was walked up on a public sidewalk with my wings.
Yeah. So I told him to move on down. This is fucking public sidewalk. You know, you're not going to eat in front of the bar.
I wasn't going to eat in front of the bar.
All right, go down there and let's talk to him. We'll come down and talk to him.
Okay. Excuse me?
I asked you to go down there. We'll talk to you when we're done.
I'm at a...
Go down there away from us now. I've asked you.
All right, folks, I forgot to remind you to go subscribe to this guy's channel. I'll be putting his original channel link in the description and in the pinned comment. Let's get right back to it.
I'm going.
Asking you to back up.
Okay.
You don't need to intervene while we're trying to talk to him. We're trying to get the
But
side
I
of the
do
story.
have rights.
But we're trying to investigate something that we got called on.
Okay, but I didn't
So if I
call
ask you to step, I don't care if you called us.
But
Then
I'm over 10 feet.
If you didn't call, then you need to step away. Then
He's lying.
I don't care. I'm not trying. Everybody lies, dude.
I'm on the public sidewalk.
Okay, but
I
you're
wasn't
causing
gonna-
problems.
How?
Listen to that fucking, if that's not sort of indicative of where we're at as a culture, what he's saying is probably true for the most part. And that's what's concerning, is that he's projected who and what he is onto everyone else. And he's not quite wrong. That is the problem, is that everyone, according to him, in his world lies. I don't. You know, I mean, do I get on here and actively lie? Has anyone seen me actively lie? Now, you could argue I expound at times. You know, you may argue I leave certain things out and don't address certain things. But to just say that everyone lies, I'd love to get more into that psychology. I'd love to ask him, what do you mean by that? Everyone lies. Like, in what sense? Not everyone, you know, makes an active sort of process of lying, sort of openly and willfully, leaving certain things out that you'd rather not speak on, or choosing your words carefully to limit your liability to corrupt folks. But everyone lies. What is that? What's going on there?
Okay. Right. Okay.
I know that your grandmother's not doing the best. I remember speaking to you before.
Right.
I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to put you in a position to where you can't come see her.
I appreciate you.
I'll just ask for future reference. If it happens again, they're going to make it.
Okay. Just ask them. Look, every time, basically, 9 times out of 10, I get somebody to get it for me. But when I ask somebody, and I'll be right back, and I'm waiting, or ask someone else, and I gotta go. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's why I'm not going to.
Can I shake your hand, boss?
Absolutely.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Have a nice one, all right?
You too, man. What's your name? Zach. Sean. Thank you, man. Blessings, bro. Peace to you, man. All right, brother. And that's how it's done, man.
So,
rare thing these days, dog.
So what is that about, Peanut Power? What's going on now?
Me going in the refreshment room and them, making sure, that the worst isn't happening, that a biological terrorist isn't injecting poison into the fucking apple juice. Apple juice is probably in the fucking fridge. I mean, give me a fucking break, bro. These fucking ladies saying, I gotta call security now because I told you the first time, don't go in the fucking refreshment room. Meanwhile, my grandma's fucking dying. I got oxygen. I got hella bags on me. I got a fucking, dog, get the fuck out of here. So the head of, I don't know if he's the head of security, but I dealt with dude last time, like a month back when she was in last time. And, we had the same encounter. I was in the refreshment room and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And, bro, all they need to do is look me up and see I was fucking born in this spot, bro. I've been here my whole fucking life. But yeah, dude is like, look, man, I'm not going to trespass you. And I'm human, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, you got a heart. I get it. It's a rare thing these days, but I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro, it is what it is, man. It's just fucking people out here, especially a place like this. You know what I mean? I'll be honest. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that, but I got faith in the creator and it shows every day. So I got to run. I'll be back on if you're still going. I love you, man.
All right.
Peace. Just want to document that in case anything happened. Deuces.
Yeah, I have love for you, Sean. I'm not gonna, listen. I'm gonna leave it alone because I don't want to go in circles. I don't want to loop. You're doing what you believe is true and correct. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna sort of be judgmental and speak on what I'm discerning with you or from you.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate what you do. That's why I'm probably the most restreamed channel of the Paul Enslaved saga. So maybe even more than the O'Shea character. So how the fuck Snafu Snaps got a rent?
Right. I would like try to go off camera.
Go off camera. All right. What's up, man? Oh shit!
Right, yeah,
yo. What up, man? Love you, bro. You still over there? All right, I'll hit you up, man. God damn. All right, I gotta get out of here. Love you, man. Sorry to take up the attention whore. That was crazy, dude.
All right. Do what you gotta do, Sean. Go get your life together. Go do what you gotta do, please. Fucking kid, man. Fucking pacing around a hospital. It's just, where's this grandmother of yours children? All right, you got a grandmother, she had children who had you, right? Where are they? Why are they not taking care of their mother? Why are you, the grandson, fucking wandering around that hospital? I'm not down on you for having care or empathy, but it's like, this is the thing in life, man. How do we balance our day-to-day habits and being successful or prosperous with caring for ourselves and others? So as much as I say I'm not going to do it, I guess I am doing it indirectly. It's like, it's 101 at this point. You got to get up every day at a certain time, somewhere around a certain time. You got to dedicate yourself to some kind of task. You got to fucking work because you got to pay your damn bills. If you're not going to build a fucking house and build everything in your life and harvest everything in your life, then you got to work to pay for the things you need. It's like we oftentimes as truthers, or how about this, mentally, emotionally, spiritually ill folks, think that we're losing something as far as our choice and our power and our spirit by going to work for a living. And it actually turns out you wind up finding or creating yourself by just doing the bare minimum, at least, of what's expected of us by quote unquote society. So I know, because I was that guy. I don't want to go to work every day. That's 8 hours of my fucking day that I got to devote to someone and something else. I can't have it all for me. Turns out at the end of the day, when I had all my time for me, what did I wind up doing? Running around the streets, dealing with low lives and going on drugs and acting like a fucking mental patient. So it turns out that by giving just 1/3 of your day to someone or something else as an ideology, as a process, as a procedure, right? Not necessarily tottering around the hospital, caring for someone who's already got a whole team caring for her, apparently, including her own parents. So yeah, it's kind of this nuanced aspect of liberty that we learn through life experience, that you're probably better off taking at least, that's why I do what I do here 7 days a week. I don't even take 1/3 of my day. It's a lot less. That's why I'm thankful and grateful and blessed. I also understand that I need to be here on some level to emulate what I just spoke to you. Because imagine if I woke up today and I didn't have anywhere to be, right? I just sit around, I waste away, I don't focus on anything, I just kind of stumble around, whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. No. Even if you're not working, quote unquote, for a living, where you get up and go somewhere every day, you still have to get up and put your mind, your energy, your attention on something and a set of someone's, right? So that would be like my audience, contributors, folks who come here regularly. That's what I would like to see for you, presuming it's valuable for you and it's meant for you. I suspect it's meant for me because it's happening. So I suspect it's meant for you because you're happening, right? Like it's oneself with me. So I think that would do you and everyone in your life a service, specifically Sean and others here who are just like me at one point in one time, right? I had to actually make a practice out of getting up 4 or 5 in the morning, being somewhere an hour ahead of time, standing and waiting, taking the ride over, working for 8 hours and doing the back travel. So at that point, it was like 12 hours of my day. And while at first it was difficult and it was kind of like, counterintuitive, I guess you could say, as I've started to train myself and get more in alignment with that type of beingness, I see that it serves me and serves others, right? So even if it's 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a day, 8 hours, whatever it is, you got to get up every day pretty much in my world at this time. And you got to kind of put your time, energy, attention on something that's going to make your life and other lives better if possible, to avoid kind of decaying, wasting away, being a kind of drifter, lost and confused, just drifting aimlessly, not having much purpose, meaning, and value showing up in your life. Just kind of, existing, really. And again, you could say the same thing when it comes to working and paying the slave tax and voting and everything else. It's this and that. Because you got a lot of folks who get up every day, they go run down to a job, they're in some locomotion, they're in some momentum, but where does it all go? Right? So again, comes in the idea of this and that, because I would prefer, while I understand that we have a community, we need services, somebody's got to do those jobs or we can't all expect those services. I want to believe that there is a state of consciousness, because I've seen it in myself, even when working at the warehouse or wherever I was, finding a connection between myself, the community, my land, life, the universe. That's the state of consciousness that allows you to become whatever it is you're doing and get fulfillment and purpose and meaning and value beyond just the money. Because that's the worst life ever for me, is when I was waking up and at first just going down to get money to pay the bills. That's all that life becomes. Getting up every day to go to work just to get the money to pay the bills. You got to find something else in that process that inspires you, that enriches you, that fulfills you. So where that came for me was developing myself as a person. I would tell myself, by me being up early again today, by me being down there, by me walking and going through all this resistance, I'm forming myself and my character for the future. So that's what allowed me to find value in myself and in the world and the connection between myself and the world. Because for me, I'm not a money-oriented person most of my life. So I wasn't inspired and motivated by making money or making more money. I was inspired and motivated apparently by some level of purpose and meaning to me as a being. So you may be one of those people, Sean, or someone out there, and you may get value from me kind of revealing to you that that's the way you succeed in a society, in a community, and be like everyone else enough to get along, but not like everyone else enough to keep yourself from your fulfillment, actualization, and realization. So there's kind of a middle ground there as far as I'm concerned, right? And I would say that my father and myself are some of the greatest sort of juxtaposition examples of an experience to learn from with that. You know, I was completely kind of not oriented to want to work and focus on anything, just kind of drifting. My father was completely oriented and focused on getting up every day, making money, you know, being able to buy things and have things. Somehow in the middle, I believe, is the true actualization, realization, and fulfillment, right? We don't want to be poor and broke. We don't want to have to do without because we can't be functional human beings and men and work regularly and dedicate ourselves to something and show up for ourselves and each other every day. That was a big problem for me. That's why when I see the wizard creatures, the Talcott creatures, the other ones, I go, you guys are going to try to bullshit me. I am you, motherfucker. I know what it takes to get over myself and get out of my own way to show up for myself and others. And you guys are learning that, and you want to pretend there's no value in that because that's exactly what you need, right? And it starts with these broadcasts. So when I see Jack Talcott show up every day and do his fucking broadcast, I say, well, he's at least learned one thing for himself, right? And again, Wizard is like another one who he's here sometimes, he's there sometimes, he's all over every other panel instead of focusing on himself and creating something for himself that's valuable and lasting and is growing with him on some level, right? So I know what it's like to be like you guys, completely drifting, aimless, purposeless, valueless, meaningless, not nurtured, right? Not fulfilled by what I'm doing and not able to somehow create that flow and that energy within inside myself or find it in the moment. That is one of the keys, I believe, at this point to the art of living. That is one of the keys, I believe, to becoming successful, if not short-term or mid-term, long-term. And then again, success is relative. I'm infinitely more successful at this time than I was at one point, regardless of what anyone else's subjective perspective is on that, right? It's a self measurement, right? Each self can look at themselves and say, living this way and doing these things, I'm more successful now today than I was before. And it's a product of our beingness, learning and growing and co-creating and becoming, actualizing and realizing. So don't give me the bullshit how we don't need no money. No, but you need growth and actualization. You need self-development. You need self-knowledge. You need application. You need discipline. You need co-creation. You need results. That's what the fuck we're talking about here. It ain't about the money. It ain't about the numbers. It ain't about the other successful names and big names in the process, right? One comes before the other. You didn't see successful big names and value show up or any numbers show up till Paulie Boy decided to be the man he was meant to be in all areas. And I'm still working on that, as I've shared with the audience here many times. When it comes to my eating habits, you know, when it comes to my nutrition and exercise, right? Still having to kick myself in the ass regularly and remind myself, hey, bro, you need to do and be certain things here in order to secure who and what you are and have the best co-creational experience. If you don't do and be and live that, you're going to fucking choose your own suffering, dumbass. And the same is true for all of us, I would suspect. At least that's been my experience. Lewis, get back in here. I was going to let you in at some point. I saw you riding around there. Maybe he got disconnected. What can I do for you? Snafu with Snappus.
Oh, what can you do for me? What thing? Oh, you can unblock me in your chat if you want.
All right. I'll do that. Can you control yourself?
Chilling out, watching your show.
Can you control yourself? Can you be somewhat moderate down there? Can you not like rile everyone up?
Yeah, well, I can't be modding because I'm not a mod.
Well, no, not moderator, moderate in the sense of can you know, have enough?
Use that one? Try to be sly.
Yeah, I figured you would. I knew you would go there.
But hey, you asked what you could do. That's all I got. Other than that, good optics today. Good show.
Thank you for your Snafu Snaps optics report. This can be a new bit. Once during every broadcast, you come up and you give an optics report, and you lay out where the optics are high, where they're low, where they're positive, where they're negative, and everything in between. I can support that. I can deal with that. Oh, here's Lewis with his horrible tech equipment again. How are you doing, Lewis, with the horrible tech equipment?
I'm driving through Amish country.
Why the hell
what can
not?
I tell you?
Yeah, we're echoing back. It's great. And he's got the proper name as well, Disrupting Grease Pig. That's what I like to see. That's a man who's going to be successful because he's owned it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Great stuff. I'm going to let you go now. I'm going to mute you. You can hang out. We'll look at you. Yeah. Terrible. Horrible.
What
But we
about
love
now? Bitch.
Hello?
What about now?
Accent on the
Hello?
L. Hello? H-E-L-L? Oh?
Fuck off. I'm
Yep.
driving through
Still
Amish
terrible.
country. I just.
All righty then. We're going to just go ahead and mute you, and we're going to watch you drive through Amish country. Driving through Amish country doesn't require echoing, feeding back, not even talking, really. So you just go ahead and sit on back, take a ride. Oh, now he's got to leave now. See? Just couldn't ride and see the sights. Had to Disrupting Grease Pig. There he was. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Disrupting Grease Pig. Yeah, we're here all week. Coming at you. Studio YouTube, because now I have to unblock Snafu Snaps. We're going to put the whole broadcast to a halt right now for Snafu Snaps. He's worth it. Studio taking a hell of a long time to load because his internet is terrible.
Oh, you don't have to do it now. Just try not to forget about it.
No, I think I do. I kind of think I need to do it right now.
By the way,
This
nice
is the
shirt.
third day in a row you've mentioned it. It's very
You're wearing a
important.
nice shirt today.
Thank you. Thank you. Is it slimming? Do I look rather slim
You look
from
very
this angle?
slimmed up.
Today.
Thank you. Thank you for noticing.
I don't know if you like
Well, I mean,
crunching
how
in
am I not going to block you when you're being so right?
cupcakey.
Yeah, I mean, you're being so sweet and pleasant. How could I keep
Yeah,
you blocked?
you even like got the fade going on. You're looking good, man. Looking fresh, Paul.
Thank you. Thank you. How are you feeling? Are you doing well? How's everything?
Motivated. I'm feeling motivated today.
Okay, well that's good.
Thank
All
you
right,
for
so
asking.
Snafu Snaps Strike Team, is that the only one that I have blocked here?
You probably got all of them blocked, but Strike Team's fine. Because I could have used one of my other burners, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna straight up ask them. But
Right.
yeah, that's it. The
So I
Strike
got
Team
the
channel.
optics are high blocked too. I'll unblock that one.
Well,
We got
actually,
them all
that's
blocked
smooth.
apparently. That's smooth.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, shut up. That's you. Fucking
No,
liar.
I'm pretty sure it's smooth. His other channel is called The Optics Are High. His other YouTube channel.
Okay. Well, there you go. I may even decide to unblock everyone tomorrow. We'll restart again like we do many times. I pardon everyone. I unblock everyone. And then the best part is I unblock everyone and they day one, all of them come in and do exactly what they did to get blocked before. And I block them all again. It's the best. It's the most funnest.
Usually it takes me about 4 days.
Well, yeah, that's you. I'm saying other ones. There's other folks on that list. Like right now, if I unblock them, they will appear immediately, show they've been here the whole time, and then be completely abrasive and aggressive and lie and do all types of deviant activities and immediately get blocked again. And I go, what's the point of that? Can you guys try to find common ground with me? Like, I'll do it with you. There's no point. I'll just block you. And then they go, unblock me. Or when I unblock, they go, I'm unblocked. And then they do it again. What's the point of that? You're not going to break my will. You're not going to change my perspective. Like, what are the odds you, whoever you are on that list in the chat box, are more intelligent, perceptive, discerning, and on the way to be successful than I am? Highly doubtful, right? Highly doubtful at this point. So that's a level of confidence and faith I've come to. And that's in truth, right? Remember the Dunning-Kruger scale that Passio was showing? Folks are way on the left side. I'm moving more and more as days go on toward the right side. I'm getting my experience, my expertise. I'm feeling confident and faithful. I'm actualizing and realizing, and I'm seeing blessings and grace and co-creational synchronicities. So I want that for everyone, but that may not be meant for everyone because not everyone's going to choose that because not everyone believes that's available for them. Isn't that a shame? I know I've been one of those people most of my life. So I'm really just like a living example of what we could be and continue to become if we would just try as low life, loser, outcast failures with little to no sort of options for career. Many of us, I'm speaking for me and many others, right? That's kind of God's interesting joke and game with folks like myself. There may be some talent, maybe some ability, maybe form to do certain things, but in and of the world, you look at us and go, where is this guy going to fit exactly? Not only physically, because I'm obese, but like culturally, societally, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually. What the fuck else would I be doing at this time? Like the guy yesterday, he's perfectly fit to climb the pole and hook up electricity. He's very boring, uninteresting, uninformed, kind of a horrible personality, really kind of grotesque looking on camera. It makes sense that he would be climbing the pole to hook up electricity.
Okay,
I probably
so
can't do that because I'll wind up in an argument or a fight with somebody. I'll wind up not wanting to wear the mask on the job. I'll wind up not wanting to take the jab. I'll wind up saying that politics is retarded. I remember one time I got thrown off the job site because I had an African-American man. I don't know why I just brought up the man's color, but I figure we do that. So let's do that. African-American man. It's important to mention nowadays the color, the persuasion.
did
Said to
Brian
me,
get kidnapped by some Mormons?
no, it's not a kidnap. He willingly went. He was
Are
trying to
you
get
with
a
the Mormons,
threesome going.
Brian?
He's trying to get a threesome going.
Oh, maybe that too. The Mormons like threesome. That's that chick next to you, Brian. Is she?
Why did you just interrupt my anecdotal story about an African-American
Because
man
he
throwing me over?
interrupted you by panning the camera to
No,
some
he
shit.
was fine.
while
He's
you're talking.
peering in like a gorilla creature. He's known for doing that. That's part of his shtick. That's what he does.
Yeah, but Brian, there's two reasons. Either there's a chick next to Brian.
All right,
And a
just forget
dude.
about my
Okay,
story. I
it's a
thought
threesome.
my story was
It's a
fun and
threesome.
interesting.
You're
I
right.
thought, forget about it. Just forget it. Just forget the story. Who cares?
Well, I'm sorry, Brian. Why did you distract me?
You're saying you're sorry, but you're continuing. You're not really
Well,
sorry.
he
You're lying again.
distracted me, Daddy. He distracted me.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you to yield now.
I
So I'm
yield.
guessing you got the car back.
No, I'm on the Uber on the way to figure that out. On the way to the tow yard.
I was gonna say that headliner looked way too clean to be your car. I thought you stole a car.
Hey, does
Who's
this
that?
woman drink P2 like you for health benefits? Ask her. Woman.
It's an Uber share ride.
He's doing
Who is that
rideshare Uber. That's how you know you're in for it. That cheap bitch can't pay for a complete ride for herself. She looks fairly well to do.
Oh,
You guys should ask her if I smell.
She's riding around with a piss
Yeah,
freaking
ask her if
smelly
you smell.
hobo. Share ride
Do you
to save
smell-
an extra 15. Snafu, will you please take a breath? Christ almighty.
Low lives! Yay! Low life! Right? Dumb, retarded low life.
I need more Passio drops. I really do. kind of just changes the game, you know. Ask her if you smell. Let's get the.
They want to know if I smell. Nothing?
No.
You don't want me to do it.
Well, you know he drinks his own
She
pee.
looked like she was waiting for that question.
Oh my gosh, I'm on FaceTime.
Hey, you know the man next to you drinks
Can
his
you
own
shut
pee?
the fuck up? Oh my god, you're an idiot. She can't hear you. He has headphones in. Boy, you're retarded. She can't hear you, right? You have headphones in.
No, she can. There's no headphones.
Oh, she can. Okay, well, I guess we're sending the warthog.
She's on the phone trying to act like she's avoiding you.
Yeah,
That's
she
the
did
driver.
definitely
Hey,
just.
driver, does it smell? The guy,
Driver.
hey, driver, does the man you're driving smell? Like he drinks his own pee and stuff for health benefits?
That's a live stream.
Are you an Indian like me? My Indian brother.
You know, a live stream on YouTube.
I'm an Indian, bro. You could trust me.
Showing my friends.
Did he just get pissed at you for being on live?
I don't know. I think it was going that way. I tried to de-escalate.
Brian, is this Mr. Brian O'Shea is disgusting, smelly, and unfunny. Non-comedian. Dude, he's packing 3 to 4 people in there, ride sharing. Oh man, this guy's gonna clean up today. Dude, it's like the United Nations in that fucking Uber. You got a Jew, you got an Irishman, you got a Hindu, and an African. And they say America's racist, man. We got every fucking persuasion in that car right now. We're all just getting along. We're all like doing good business. This is inspiring. Why are you peering like that? What's with the peering? Hey, what's going on? We're Ubering, huh? This is fun. Yeah. Where are we going? Where are we going first?
I'm going to Dick's Towing. Who's going first?
How do we decide on what to eat in this car? Like, do we go Popeyes? Do we go halal? Do we go like?
She's first.
Shut up and stay in the back. He's gonna put a divider up. Oh, I'm having too much fun. These people are not into it. They're like, we're in an Uber. We're supposed to be miserable and angry. We're working here. We're working, or we're on the way to work. Where's everyone on the way to? Actually, that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Like, what's the backstory? Can we get a backstory on these Uber?
Where are we on the way to?
What was that?
Where are we on the way to? I'm going to Dick's Towing.
I think right now we're on Arapahoe. I don't know. Where do you guys go?
Oh, I'm going to Dick's Towing.
Yeah, he's going to get Dick's. He's going to Dick's. What?
What is the address? I can see that one. Perfect.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think we are like 12 minutes away from. I don't really know the place yet.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I don't really know the place yet.
Where's this guy from? I detect an accent.
Yeah, hello?
What's going on, man?
Very good. So,
hey, we're listening. We're online. You're breaking up. Try to turn the camera off because we got signal issues. Yeah, there you go. So, like, we do a program on like we do a program on different cultures and ethnicities, and we detected an accent. Can I ask where you're from originally?
I told you we're asking for direction, right?
Wait, what?
You were asking for
I don't know where
direction.
you guys are going. No, I'm not asking for directions. This is we're live. We're on a broadcast. We're streaming live to potentially thousands of people. You're the 100th caller. Yeah.
Hey, should have let me know in the first.
Yeah. You know what? Give the phone back to the smelly white guy in the back who pretends to be a comedian.
All right.
Yeah. Brian O'Shea, you got the phone? You got it back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to suspect that guy's like a pirate or something from Africa. He's like wanted because he was really evasive about the whole "where do you come from" thing. He got really kind of upset in a way. He's like, "Hey, I thought you just wanted directions. What's with all the questions?" And I go, "All right, just give the phone back to the nice man in the back," is what I told him.
Oh, that's nice of you. I figured you would have insulted me in some way or something.
No, I'm not going to insult you, but that guy's got something going on. I'd stay away from him. Matter of fact, I'd probably get out of that Uber quickly.
He can hear you.
Oh well, yeah, we're just kidding. We're just doing a broadcast. I mean, not really. He's not. He's okay. He seems okay. That guy. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's an amazing man. Is really what I was like. I was kidding. He's probably not one. He's probably not an African pirate. He really actually seems like an amazing man. Amazing father. He's clean and articulate, like Barack Obama.
I think the driver's going to get a $0.
Are they pulling over? All right, get out of there. Get out of there.
We get arrested.
How can you? Well, did we just do something illegal? Is that a hate crime? Where are you at? Are you on California? We might have just did a hate crime. I'm sorry. I didn't intend that. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, I
Let's
kind of
move
got
on.
the pirate vibe too.
You did, right? It wasn't just me?
Yeah, I was thinking Biden, immigration. Really, just no joke.
Can he still hear us? All right, let's move on.
Ow. Are you not causing problems? Could you
No,
just say, okay, I'll walk down here and eat?
Yeah,
Instead of mouthing and yelling and screaming?
he was the one who went off.
Could you have just walked away then?
He was the one who went off.
Okay, but
on me.
you got Domino's. You could have ate it down here on your bike, right?
It's a public sidewalk. I'm a tax-paying citizen.
It's not a public sidewalk. This is this building sidewalk. It's
No,
not
it
public
is
property. It's not public property.
It's
It's private property.
No, it's not. I've already been through this.
This is not private property?
No, this is a
This is not a
sidewalk.
public sidewalk.
This is a
It's not a
sidewalk.
city street sidewalk.
It
No,
is.
it's not.
It is
No.
okay. I've already done
This
this
is private
with
property.
Greensburg. This is not private property. I can go to the land surveying company and get everything I need to know. This is not private property. This. Okay, that's fine. I'll call Ian, but this is a public sidewalk, and I was on a public sidewalk. Okay, no, it's not. No, it's not.
So the
No,
city
it's-
owns this?
The city
Or the
owns
county
it.
owns it?
It's a public sidewalk.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
End of the story, dude. They don't want you to know you have to be on.
That's fine. It's a public fucking sidewalk.
You need to leave for the night, or
I
see
will
y'all.
leave. But it's a public sidewalk, and I will go get the land surveying company to
This is not a
investigate.
pissing match tonight. We're not discussing.
I'm not trying to piss off nobody. This is a public
You need to leave
sidewalk.
for the night.
I'm going to, but I'm not leaving in front of y'all. That is a public sidewalk.
Leave.
Okay?
Move on.
What's your name and badge number?
I'll
What's your
scan
name and
207.
badge number? What's your name and badge number? You're standing on a public sidewalk. It is a public sidewalk. No, it's not. No, it's not. I've already went through this with Greensburg police. I'm leaving. But I'm a. What police department do you work with?
Lawrenceburg, just like you're in
Lawrenceburg.
Lawrenceburg right now. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna call your chief.
Please do.
I'm gonna go.
Glad to hear from you.
Okay,
His
good.
name is Snyder.
Good. Chief, what?
Chief Snyder.
I've already had an interaction with him once because of that asshole.
Well, he don't even work for us.
He works for Aurora.
You're right.
I know who he is.
So it sounds like you got problems with everybody.
No,
You
no,
just
no,
need to
no,
stay
no,
away.
no, no. That's a public sidewalk. They don't. No, none of these shops own that.
Okay.
That's a public sidewalk.
All right, move on.
Fuck you. You move on.
Dude, you're about to go to jail.
For what? Being on a public sidewalk?
I've had enough of you.
Being on the public
Shut your mouth and
sidewalk?
move on.
Being on the public sidewalk? Get your chief here. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home.
Say one more word and you're gonna go to jail is where you're gonna go.
I'm
For
going-
disorderly conduct.
I'm
How's
going
that
home.
in public intox? Because I know damn well you're intoxicated. That's why you're not getting on your bike, right? Right? Keep walking.
For what? Standing on a
It's not fucking public. We told you to get the fuck away.
Do you see how these cops treated this man? He did absolutely nothing wrong. He wasn't doing anything illegal. This guy just wanted to get some food. They called the cops on him. I want to thank this guy for this video, and I also want to thank him for giving me a shout out. I'm going to go ahead and play that for you here.
Hey, y'all. So an incident happened.
Public in top. Yeah.
Since we're on the cop citizen stuff, I put two links in the back, really good ones. Since we're on that subject now,
All right.
both of them are good for optics with the cop citizen segment. The beginning of this one, he does a jump kick, like straight up karate kick.
All right. So they're they're fighting in a fucking club, it looks like. Jackie Chan style.
And then the next one is pretty crazy. This one I thought
Yeah,
you
we've
would have
seen
talked
this one.
about.
We've seen this one just yesterday.
If I'm wrong, tell
Okay.
me.
We went over this.
Hands up! Hands up!
Yeah.
You're fine.
What a fucking scumbag low life. Okay. Let's move on. That was sickening the other day, and it's still just as sickening. They just casually just walk up, gun the guy down, and he had a gun on him. You know, he was sitting there deliberating, maybe harming himself, going through it, and they just walk right up, put the gun to him, blow him the fuck away. Problem solved. Yeah, problem solved.
Low lives. Yay! Low life. Right? Dumb, retarded low life.
That's where we're at.
Hey, were you going to review your time over at TBE's yesterday, or no?
No, I was not, sir.
Okay, just curious.
I mean, did you?
I was
believe
catching
that I
up with
should?
you and him. So I missed the part where you and him were talking, so I was catching up with just that. You know, I jumped in when we were all talking about one dude, but I didn't know that you and him had a, you know, pretty decent conversation for a minute. So I'm watching it now.
Yeah, I mean, if you believe that there are some parts of it that I should show here for folks who weren't a part of it, I mean, I'm open to it, but I didn't think it was anything really worth mentioning.
No, it's still the same. It's still the same spit, but I always find it interesting when you have interactions with the other creators out here.
All right. You know what? I might just go. Well, we still got another hour. I was gonna say I might just go Passio. I think I'll go Passio the last 20 minutes, just because the last video I watched of him is rather entertaining and funny, where I got that clip from. So, figure we'll watch it together. I enjoy it. All right, let me. I guess since we're on the subject, since you took us there, we'll go to some more scenes of governance. Police shooting of Pepsi Heinel.
St. Paul Police.
Back here!
What's going on?
She was 30 blood.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
She was turning blue in her mouth, and she wasn't breathing.
Are you okay, ma'am? Hey. Are you okay? What's going on today?
She's not okay. I'm okay. Oh God.
We're still calling policy enforcement for help, by the way. We still haven't learned.
Hey, man.
We're inside now.
1127. This one. Front door's open.
All right, I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, they still haven't learned. Maybe not the best thing to do to call policy enforcement if you have health issues or you need some health and safety care. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe that's what you're looking for. What we've seen here many times before. And again, that woman was bizarre. Obviously had mental illness. Just shot up in the air with something in her hand. I mean, who knows what the fuck she's doing. But now, if you're the person who called them there, you have to now live with that and deal with that. You call policy enforcement because somebody was drug overdosed or losing their mind, and now they're fucking shot up and dead, most likely. So, great stuff. Long Beach police officer shoots gunman fleeing after shooting someone. This is good governance, potentially. This guy's out there shooting people. They clapped out a slave to stop him. I mean, that might be good governance. Oh man.
Now, stop. You're going to get shot. I'm in front pursuit, northbound orange, male black, blue over blue, smart 17. Drop the gun. Drop the gun now. Get on the ground.
Ooh. In the back, too.
998. Put your hands out. Put your hands out in front of you. Hands out in front of you now. Hands out in front of you now.
Yeah, even that is kind of like it's kind of incredible because you have no idea. How does this guy know what just went on there? Far as we know, that guy just pulled the gun because they just we don't know what's going on there. They're getting out of the car, possibly trying to do a hit on this guy. We don't know. You know, if you're the officer observing that. So this guy fires into this car. He might have been already threatened or seen a gun from this car. and he's responding, returning fire. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like someone pulled up on him to do a fucking hit on him. So he potentially could be defending himself. You know, next thing we know, cop witnesses it, shows up, presumes that anybody with a gun who's returning fire or firing has to be a criminal or a bad guy, and then shoots the guy in the back as he runs away. I guess that's why if you're going to shoot someone who's like maybe doing a hit on you, when the cops roll up, you put the gun down and you get on the ground and you explain it at court exactly what it was going on. You probably don't let the cops see you with a gun shooting at someone and then try to run off. Probably not the best course of action, Lewis. So yeah, I guess we'll pick it up here. Where are we at here?
Threat 52, 5840 orange, facing eastbound. He's running himself out. Hey! Hands out in front of you now!
Stay with me. Breathe.
He shot at you? Hey, pull over for me. Please.
See?
3 out of 52. The victim that he shot at is driving northbound in a black Kia.
I copy. Northbound at a black Kia. What's your updated location?
5840 orange. And he tossed the 417 right behind me. What's your name, dude? Hey, don't worry about that. Don't look at them. Look at me. That's fine. Just keep looking at me. That's fine. Keep looking at me, okay? I'll let you know what's going to happen. Hey, we're moving up, all right? Hey, we're moving up. Just stay just like that. Lay it flat on your stomach. Flat on your stomach. Do not. Yes, sir.
All right, so that's that.
Did he get hit?
It didn't look like it, but you can never really tell from these angles and these footage. Didn't seem like it. He was rather calm there and responsive. So if he did, doesn't seem life-threatening, but you never really know. Your thoughts, Lewis, in general, unless you want me to move forward here.
Can you hear me okay now?
Hello, yeah.
Hello? No, it's the routineness of it is beautiful. It's perfect. It's great. It's good for the slaves. Let them all get shot. Maybe they'll wake up.
APD officer charged with driving drunk in patrol
It
vehicle.
was no ordinary DWI stop. A uniformed Albuquerque police officer walking the line on the side of the road after state police pulled him over. Tonight, video of that APD officer's arrest. It's another night patrolling New Mexico highways for one of the state's top DWI cops.
He was doing 112. I don't know if they catch him.
But on this particular Sunday, early this month, State Police Sergeant Toby LaFave is about to make an unusual arrest after clocking a speeding SUV on I-25.
Watching an APD unit doing like over 100. Keeps driving off the road.
Sure enough,
how's it going? Good. How are you? Good.
he finds an Albuquerque police officer in full uniform behind the wheel.
What's the hurry?
I'm just in my way to work. I have like 11 minutes left.
Officer Jordan Hernandez tells the sergeant he only has a few minutes to get to work for his midnight shift. But Sergeant LaFave says not so fast.
You're not staying in your lane.
I'm sorry, boss. I have a low tire.
On the side of Bobby Foster, Hernandez tries to explain his driving.
I don't know why you keep going off the road. That's why I stopped you.
Honestly, can I show you why?
Well, you can tell me why.
It's because I don't have my other light or my other key, and so my other key it me up because I don't have my other key in the ignition, and so it's pulling on my belt. That's why. Like, I can show you, sir.
So that's why you can't stay in one lane?
No.
Okay, no. I asked you why can't you stay in one lane?
Because I'm trying to log on to all my stuff and everything like that.
Okay.
But the sergeant suggests
You think if you did this job, as the other guy said, and you were constantly being lied to, you'd get a lot better at doing the lying, right? Like these guys are really bad at lying and bullshitting.
a different explanation.
Mr. Hernandez, when did you last drink alcohol?
Yesterday.
Okay, I'm gonna check your eyes real quick. Okay.
Lefebvre, who is well known in the state for his career putting drunk drivers behind bars, learns Hernandez graduated from the academy 3 years ago.
Was I one of your instructors?
No, sir.
He tells Hernandez he can smell the booze on his breath.
This is very awkward for me, Mr. Hernandez.
And starts the field sobriety tests. Hernandez has a few hiccups.
48, 47, 46, 44, 45, 44, 43.
From one officer of the law to another, Sergeant Lefebvre breaks the difficult news.
Unfortunately, Mr. Hernandez, I believe that you're well over the legal limit. You are now under arrest for driving under the influence of intoxicating liquor and/or drugs.
He calls Hernandez's boss to pick up the patrol car and the officer's gear.
Got him at 112. 112.
Back at the station, Hernandez chit-chats with the sergeant, but refuses the breathalyzer before spending the night behind bars.
I'll let you know if you need it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, sir.
Mm-hmm.
APD put Hernandez on administrative leave after his arrest. He is now.
Yeah, well, as we get deeper and deeper into the disempowerment and degradation of this nation, more and more into corruption, bad faith, and dishonor, you're going to see a lot more of these men and women in and at. Please don't fucking talk when I'm talking. What the fuck is wrong with you? Seriously. He's already right on the next thing, what he put back in the backstage. Could you let me finish what my fucking commentary is on what we just watched? Thank you. More and more each day, I believe we're going to be seeing these folks inside a uniform and out degrading and showing that they're not able to keep up this lifestyle, so to speak, this culture, this society, this demo crazy. It's kind of wearing at everyone. It's eating at everyone's internal space. You were saying, sir?
I put two more that go with this segment, but that's it. Pretty crazy ones.
I just saw one where the police chief was jailed. Oh, fuck. Okay, forget it.
11 minutes after his first contact with officers, Garcia rolls up the window. Less than 1 minute later, an officer notices Garcia has a gun.
He's got a gun. Hey, what the fucking... Get your hand off the gun. Get your hand off the fucking gun.
Officers ordered Garcia to drop the gun, but he refused.
Watch the crossfire. Hey, watch the crossfire. Let go of the goddamn gun.
Here is the entire incident from the moment the officer notices the gun through the shooting from the body-worn camera on the first officer who fired his weapon.
I can't see his fucking hands. He's got a gun. Hey, put that fucking... Get your hand off the gun. Get your hand off the fucking gun. Get your fucking hand off the gun. Hey, watch the crossfire. Let go of the goddamn gun. Hey, let go of that fucking gun.
While you can't hear it, you can see Garcia mouth to the officer multiple times, "Shoot me, shoot me."
Come over here. Get behind me.
Bring him back.
You raised it in his right hand? It's in his right hand. If he lifts it up anywhere, he's pointed it down, it's up. Hey, do not fucking move it. I will fucking shoot you. He's not dropping the goddamn gun.
Take the window.
Take the window out.
So they broke the window and then reacted to the breaking of the window and gunned him down anyway.
Right. The next clip is crazier.
They do that all the time.
The next,
They use it as an excuse.
Aquí no están de nada, yo ando y cuido a los jefes. No es paciencia, no es lo mío, yo le rezo al diablo y también a la... Pues su puta madre. A mí si me mandan los humanos les hago un cagadero caliente. Aquí no están de nada, yo ando y cuido a los jefes. No es paciencia, no es lo mío, yo le rezo al diablo y también a la...
Ran right into the police. All right.
The music is perfect for that.
I got Brian O'Shea on stage here. I don't know. I guess we maybe do a couple minutes of that.
I got a bunch of new content. I got new songs in my shorts. I got a new comedy thing I put up there.
Normally it's a hard thing.
Yeah, it's a
You ever been to like a public pool?
Damn, his belly's getting pregnant.
I'm trying to improvise right there.
Can you hear him?
No disrespect, when you hold the microphone,
Yeah.
hold the cone, not the ice cream.
Not very well.
I swear it'll make a million times difference.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, great job, Brian O'Shea. You once again got a clip that's inaudible because you have the fucking recording device 40 feet at a live event from the person with the microphone. You have to hold the recording device. You have to have it. This is why you tell the African pirate to hold on a second. He's still in that car with you. The car's got to stink. Between you, the Indian guy, that African guy, it's got to smell in there.
I got piss breath.
I'd hate to be that fucking woman sandwiched in between all three of you. Okay, let's move on. Could you please get a fucking proper... All right, we're done. We're done. It's a whole conversation back there. We're done. Please get the proper recording equipment. Just get a fucking cheap-ass microphone, plug it into whatever device you got, run an extension cord, and clip it onto yourself so we can fucking hear you. Please.
You can check out my shorts on my page. I got new music.
Check out your shorts. Salute his shorts.
Brian, your
there.
stomach looks like one of the
Leave him
African
alone. Leave him
children.
alone, please. Please, just leave him alone. O'Shea, can you see? I got him moving now. No plate. Which one do you want me to play, O'Shea?
Do the not I'm got him moving now and not O'Shea. Can you see? What was the other one? No plate or whatever. There's no plate.
So I told them I don't know shit about that. Pull me out the car like a bad boy, put your hands right behind your back. Power up the pound, not a run day, pound cloud couldn't do that. You set it all up, couldn't clap, no cop, as a matter of fact. 25K? That's cool. It's chilly. You slow. You silly. You hoe. That's facts. That's facts. I'm moving, I'm grooving, I'm creeping, I'm peeping, I'm gripping, I'm reaping, they weaving, they sleeping at night like a demon. I'm coming, I'm tweaking, I'm free. Ooh, I'm free. I'm moving, I'm grooving, I'm creeping, I'm creeping, I'm gripping, I'm reaping, they weaving, they sleeping.
How about the other one? I got him moving now.
Your thoughts on that one? Snap or snaps?
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Maybe we should ask the Uber people around him.
Yeah, it's no sitting on a bench. I'll tell you that.
No, not at all. He can't come to my level when it's musically like
Can you try to do something more like this, Brian O'Shea? Can you get more like Snafu Snaps his famous hit song sitting on a bench?
Yeah. Just like this, man. Take notes.
Yeah. It's lit. It's lit. Alright. I hope you guys are all doing alright. Yeah. Have you ever sat on a bench? Watched the world move by?
Move by.
Told yourself, why am I here?
Can you get more like that? Possibly.
Oh wow.
Sit and watch the world play out.
Try
That's
short, I got him moving now.
Snaps Armstrong. Snaps Armstrong.
That's what I am.
Very
Try
classic.
the short.
Classic Snaps Armstrong. What's that now?
Try the short. I got him moving now.
All right. He's got him moving now. He says it's going to be better. Let's go to that. See here. Brian O'Shea, comedian. Right. Shorts.
I got 'em moving eyes, white chocolate D like the dudes and they don't mind to move, cause they don't mind no drama, dude. I'm cool, I'm Dolly Mama, dude. I make my move, what you concluded. What say you, what you concluded? I cook the suit and I reduce it, make my move just I choose it.
There's like no one in the audience.
I made my move just I choose it. Whoa, check it. I'm breaking them down and I'm building them up. That's brick by brick. We cold as fuck. What's up? Yeah. I'm breaking them down. I'm building them up. That's brick by brick. We cold as fuck. What's up? You watching the boy, he doing his thing. You get on your knees, you can kiss the ring. I'm coming right back and I'm kicking the ring and I'm coming right back and I'm slanging my thing. You didn't see it? You didn't believe it? What's the truth? Ooh, got you spooked, you felt the fear. It came real close, now you near it. Came in the easy, you begging, please. Get up in the trees, got the nature feeling, no shit across the feet. I got 'em moving eyes, white chocolate D like the dudes and they don't.
Man,
All right, so M. Davis, excuse me, sir, please. You're not the host. M. Davis has one word for that, and it's no. Now you go. That's where you go.
I was just gonna say my song "Spinning" fucking kills that shit. I'm spinning. Fucking
Right.
kills that shit. O'Shea, you need to do better, O'Shea.
I think those tracks might sound better recorded than like in that setting that we're hearing right now.
All right, this is the perfect time to go to Mark Patio because he's pretty much going to insult all of us the whole time. So I think I'm going to go to that. At some point, I may circle back, but I may just lean on this for the rest of the broadcast because I don't know. I kind of enjoyed this last episode of what on earth is happening. Even though, again, Mark Passio's pretty much. What's with the damn timing, man? With both of you guys, it's like a special class here. You guys are just hollering shit out. What now?
Do one last short. Do the one that's it's not a song.
No,
it's,
they're not short enough. I would, but they're not short enough. Okay, I'm done. I did two
No,
of
it's
them, three
20.
of them.
The other one's 10 seconds. It's not even a
Become
song.
the Brian O'Shea show here, okay?
No, trust me, I like it. It's about you.
Oh, here we go. It's about me. Great. Is there gonna be another diss track after I got you $400 again? You gonna shit on me? Call me fat? Tell me I shouldn't open my mouth? That'll be your thanks again. That's Brian O'Shea's thanks to me. Every time I get his car at Impound, he makes a rap song about me being fat and opening my mouth and insulting him and how he's gonna like beat me up. Yeah. For people who don't know that, it's absolutely true what I just said. So we won't even get into it. I forgive him. What do you want me to play now?
It's O'Shea, can you see?
O'Shea, can you see? Okay.
You spelled pimp wrong. You spelled pimp, not pimp.
Well, there you go. Brian O'Shea doing a little marketing and promotion. That's better. See?
Yeah, but he couldn't
Instead of
even spell
insulting.
the word pimp right. Look at it. It was an N, P-I-N-P, not P-I-M-P. He spelled it wrong on the chalkboard.
No, I think he did. It was just the M was all kind of smashed together. Right.
He's getting good at brown nosing with you, though. He is getting better.
I guess if that's what you want to call it. I mean, he's basically just promoting and marketing where he appears often and where he gets various kind of benefits, privileges, and so I think it's good for everyone, right? It's not necessarily brown nosing, right? Like you should try it. You should try promoting this channel since you're here all the time, Snafu
Maybe I'll
Slave,
try.
and since you get various benefits and privileges, and since also like. Let's not act like audience members don't filter over to the other horrible channels of people who appear here. So there's multiple benefits and privileges and reasons why you would, as you say, brown nose and promote and market me. Maybe you just enjoy what we do here and you're part of the crew, non-crew. So like, why not promote and market knowing that I'm shadow banned? And since we're all for truth and what's right, you should probably do that anyway. You get what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah, I
I play your videos here. I promote you.
On the street thing, then.
Well, why not? You do your own bit. That's how you. If you were smart, you'd make it about me, but make it about you. Hey, I'm out here to promote. Proper instruction motivates people, and then do whatever your bit is, or reveal whatever your information is, and then you get a prime time spot on my broadcast to be.
My bit will be
featured.
letting you talk to people on the street. I just go say, you know, this cat pimp on slave, blah blah blah, and then I'll let you just question.
No, then you would be the on the ground guy, like you were about to do with that Indian man. You just start going in, asking questions. What do they know about pedo pogos, Monograph, Marfugal, Stratton?
What if I just introduced them to your channel and then let you holler at them and just let the interaction take place?
First, you would have your set of questions, and then I'd kind of pop in here and there where I saw, God forbid you prepare something and do the least bit of work, right?
We'll do it on the street.
Come on, man.
I got you then. We'll do it this week.
I know. Zetetic Warrior told me 8 months ago, a year ago, that he'd be on the street and do a bit with me, and we were going to save the world. Fast forward, I've never seen him again, and he pretty much hates me and talks shit about me on his channel, or acts like I don't exist now. So hopefully we'll do something better than that. How that turned out. All right, let's go to Passio.
I'm not going to slap children, though. I'm not going to slap children and flap.
Oh, no, you don't have to. I'm not expecting that. If it comes to that, great. If not, I don't expect that.
Okay, cool. That's good.
You got your head up your fucking ass. Stop trying to fucking other morons like yourself look bad by association with you, retards. I'm not in your fucking cult. I'm not a retard like you are. Let's get that straight. But you say it like that, then I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy for just saying it like one adult to another. Hey, you got your head up your fucking ass. Stop trying to convince me of the bullshit that you believe. You have your head up your ass. I don't. I'm not in your fucking CIA-driven cult. I'm not in your fucking NRO cult. The National Reconnaissance Office provided you your fucking ideas, lowlife. I'm not in that fucking cult. You can go and be in that cult all you fucking want. Don't try to proselytize your bullshit cult to me. Because I'm going to call it what it is, a bullshit, nonsense, know-nothing cult invented by the CIA, NSA, NRO, and all the other fucking alphabet agencies in the fucking low-life world. And they got you to believe they're bullshit. I'm not in your fucking cult, low-life. Okay? You understand that? Good. About 2.5% of humanity is actually maybe trying somewhat to gain more knowledge. And again, I'm being exceedingly generous. I've probably significantly underestimated those who live on Mount Stupid, and it's probably far higher. And to the right hand of the graph, I've probably significantly overestimated it. I'm trying to give people what I feel is a fair assessment. And, again, I'm probably being too generous.
Did he make that chart?
We have maybe about 2.5% of humanity or so, maybe 2%, that they've gone a little bit further in their understanding of how the world works. Those are the people maybe who have really paid attention, read a whole lot about things from an eclectic variety of sources, and are really trying to improve themselves. And again, I don't even know if it's that high, but let's give everybody the benefit of the doubt and say approximately that's it. And you got about 0.5% over here that has actually learned what they need to know, understand the requirements for freedom, aren't trying to punch down on other fucking people who are trying to do the work, and are actually publishing their results out to the wider community of humanity. And that's probably a gigantic overestimate. And if you just take all of this into account and consideration, you realize our efforts are shit. Let's face it, our efforts are shit. This is why people don't like me, because I'm brutally honest about where humanity is at, and you guys just want to wear a flowery fucking grin and say, we're winning. We're not winning. Almost everybody's a fucking retarded, low-life scumbag who's completely immoral, who is trapped in a fucking worldview of complete atheistic materialism, who has no clue what spirituality is, who has no clue what morality is, doesn't understand the connection between morality and freedom, almost the whole bulk of humanity. Until you get out to maybe that last 3% that might be trying to learn and really gain true expertise and true knowledge, do you have people who are even trying? 97% of people are barely trying. There's little to no effort, therefore there's little to no reward. And until more people put more skin in the game, don't expect any reward from the universe. The universe doesn't reward cowards. It doesn't reward apathetic people. It doesn't reward ignorant people. It doesn't reward scumbag lowlives with no morality. It doesn't reward people who are completely atheistic materialists and who have a satanic worldview, which is almost the whole body of humanity. And just because people are trying in that maybe last 3% of humanity, again, not to scale on the graph, just because you have a few percent of humanity that might be giving a genuine effort to try, doesn't mean they're winning. It doesn't mean that they're even transforming themselves properly just because they know a little bit more. Again, to know but not to do is not to know. So take this percentage and shave it way down. Knock 75 to 80% off of it. If you're graphing knowledge versus graphing right action, then it goes down significantly from there. And then it's like 99% are on Mount Stupid in that graph. We're talking about knowledge here, not right action. You graph right action on the Dunning-Kruger scale, on Dunning-Kruger function, forget about it. 99 or more greater percent of people are on Mount Stupid. And most people won't even understand what I've shown here. Most people, all of these Dunning-Kruger effect graphs that I've been showing, it's wasted on you guys because you guys don't know basic fucking math and couldn't fucking plot a function if your life depended on it. So, that it's sad because you can't even actually teach people with a visual expression, with a visual aid. They're too dumb to even understand it, which is proof that almost all of humanity is living on Mount Stupid in the Dunning-Kruger effect function. I've been waiting at the top on the right-hand side, screaming at the fucking people living on Mount Stupid. Come and join us over here. This is where we can move humanity to the next level of evolutionary progress. You guys aren't interested in that. You're interested in politics and money and authority and voting and staying technologically stupid and staying fucking stupid about real history that happened here on this planet. You don't want to understand human origins at all. You want to just make up fucking stories about shit. It's just terrible. It's really a sad state of affairs that you guys didn't really pay attention to what was really important. You got fucking jerk-offs on all the big social media influencers fucking shows that ain't saying a fucking goddamn thing worth listening to for 5 seconds. Ain't saying one fucking thing about one fucking thing. You don't have the fucking solutions in hand. You're morons. You wouldn't listen to a wise person. You wouldn't listen to a person that went into the deep depths of knowledge enough to actually figure out the real solution. And you say, go fuck yourself to that person. Let's go listen to what fucking somebody like Rogan's boy that he brought on to his show that I still can't remember his name because, as I said before, it ain't worth remembering. Howard or something. Howard somebody. Who gives a shit? Bullshit is bullshit is bullshit. Reality remains reality and truth remains truth. We could talk all we want about quantum transitory fucking states and whatever other fucking nonsense you want to fucking shit out your mouth with your verbal diarrhea. And then a million people praise you. Oh, he's saying something so fucking intelligent. Where's the connection between morality and freedom? There ain't nobody talking about that because that's the real occult shit. That's the real hidden shit. That's the real shit your fucking masters don't want your low-life, know-nothing ass to figure out because you're too dumb to figure it the fuck out anyway, morons. You don't even deserve what I tried to do to give you the answers to the occult. You never deserved it. You've always been low-life trash, and that was just literally throwing gems of fucking wisdom in front of trash. Because that's what you guys have always been. So there's my Dunning-Kruger effect graph. That's my little variation on it. Let's finish up Unholy Feminine, part 17. And then maybe I'll spit some more vitriol at you fucking retards before I leave. Conscious parenting is where we left off. This is one of the biggest solutions to the problem. And folks, I just got to say, you guys ain't helping fucking win the gender war. You're not helping a fucking bit. You guys have done such a shit job at putting any real knowledge about the divisiveness between men and women before other people. You haven't taught shit about it. You've left it to me, with the exception of a couple of other content creators in the whole fucking world who are really telling the truth about this dynamic. Because what I hear on social media and what I hear in the public is just the absolute most vomitous swill that you could ever fucking hear drooled between one person's mouth and another fucking person's ears. Or you're just shit smearing with your fingers. What you guys did is you wiped your fucking ass after a big steaming shit and you just went right to the fucking keyboard and you shit smeared it. That's what you guys do on social media. And I'm telling you, the absolute vomitous shit smear swill that I see women spouting that have zero clue about the neo-feminist agenda, have zero clue about the divisiveness that has been sown between men and women, and you guys are just perpetuating it on and on and on in your know-nothing, shit-for-brains loserdom. That's where you guys are at. I tried to give you the heaviest weight knowledge that came directly from the occultists that I worked with, in many cases in this presentation. In many cases in this presentation, you won't even be able to find what I inserted into this presentation in book knowledge, because it didn't come from a fucking book. It came from my interaction with actual Satanists in ritualistic settings where they talked about what they were doing, dividing men and women, from their lips to my ears. And that was no shit smear. That was them dropping absolute bombs of occult wisdom about how they could manipulate the public however they see fit, because they know infinitely more than you dumb jackass retards do. And that's exactly what they did, you little shit-smearing boys and girls, perpetuating the gender war in your dumb fucking ignorance. You guys are unteachable. It wouldn't matter if I did a 170-part series, a 1,700-part series, or a 1.7 million-part series. Wouldn't matter. You're just fucking dumb. You're incapable of being taught. You're so in the possession, you're in the thrall, you're in the spell. What they told me is we couldn't take them out of the spell we've put them under. It's been perfected to such a degree. Malachi Martin, go back and listen to some of his information that was part of old Coast shows, Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell. Malachi Martin interviewed many times. He called the state of consciousness perfect possession. And maybe people wouldn't go into a state of perfect possession if they had halfway decent fucking parents instead of verminous shit ape trash for parents like almost the whole body of humanity does, including what I had for parenting. It was no better. It was no better. Let's throw the fucking dirty laundry all over the fucking table and air it out. Who gives a shit? I'll talk about my own shit parenting. It doesn't fucking matter to me. See, because I transcended it. I did the shadow work on myself to become a truly educated human being. Yes, it took having to go into the depths of the occult world to do it, at least the shallow depths of it. You know, I didn't go so deep into it that I couldn't come out of it, but At least it showed me what was there on the other side. It showed me what hand was really manipulating the whole consciousness of humanity. You guys don't even have that benefit.
We got Rocky here. Rocky, what can I do for you, sir?
I'm just listening right now. It's trying to.
All right. So you just want to listen?
I'll jump in if I can. If we get on a subject or something. Yeah, I like this guy.
Believe me, you don't even have that benefit of seeing it from real world, firsthand personal experience. Your loser parents just shat you out. They didn't teach you a fucking thing. They instilled you with bullshit religious beliefs and bullshit atheistic beliefs and bullshit materialistic beliefs and bullshit Marxist beliefs and bullshit Nazi beliefs, and you became a lowlife just like them. You didn't change a fucking thing about yourself except maybe the clothes and the amount of shit tattoos you got. You didn't learn a fucking thing. You didn't change your fucking mind. You didn't change your heart. You didn't change your soul. You changed shit about yourself except your dumb fucking hipster fucking clothes and shitty tattoos. Loser lowlifes. That's what you changed about yourself. And then you think you're fucking special. You ain't special. You're the bottom of a fucking clogged fucking toilet bowl. And conscious parenting could clean up the world, but there's so few of that, it's not even worth talking about. There's so little fucking actual conscious parenting going on, it's not even worth fucking talking about. You know, it could help save humanity if it were actually being done, but like less than 0.5% of humanity is actually in that condition. And again, I'm being exceedingly generous. It's probably far, far less than that. And it's why people are in the state that they're in. Their parents never taught them. They never educated them. They never disciplined them. They never instilled any kind of strength inside of them. They never instilled any kind of true trying within them. They told them that they were okay, that they were special, that they were just fine the way they are. And they're lying sacks of shit. And that's why the world is in the shit state that it's in. That's why the world is in the state of slavery that it's in. Because we have shit for parents teaching children how to be low-life pieces of shit just like them, instead of actually raising strong, intelligent, caring, courageous human beings. Now, we don't have hardly any of them. And again, I didn't come out the way that I came out, being a strong, caring, courageous human being, knowledgeable human being, because of my fucking parents. I did that in spite of my parents. I did that because of the generosity and the labor of love of strangers who I never fucking met, whose works I encountered, took into myself and transformed myself into a decent human being. Unlike most of the other lowlifes I'm fucking broadcasting to who will never do that, because you doom strolled on your shit slab and you said, I saw a couple memes, so now I know enough. Back to shit posting. That's all you scumbags ever did. That's why you'll never be free. You don't get it. You don't know what I know. You didn't do what I did. You didn't even fucking listen. You're too egotistical. You're too fucking satanic. And you're too fucking dumb. Part of healing the gender divide is awakening the true sacred masculine, and women could help in that regard. It doesn't mean the woman needs to be in her masculine. It means that she can awaken the sacred masculine of true courage and then help to awaken it in other men, in men as well. If your woman isn't a revolutionary, she'll persuade you to be a slave. Absolutely. And that's what most women are doing with most men. That's why the world's in a state of slavery. Women don't have an awakened sacred masculine dynamic within them of self-defense. They think the government's going to save and protect them. They think the government keeps them safe from fucking danger. The government enslaves you, you jackass fucking mentally retarded, conditioned women out there. The government has never done a fucking thing for you. It pretends to fucking be on your side and do things for you and give you fucking money and take fucking half of your fucking divorced husband's money money from you and pay you child support, and all it's doing is enslaving you as a result. You're just fucking slaves to them. They don't give a rat fuck about you. They want all the fucking divide between men and women and all the chaos that it causes in people's lives, and you're just too fucking dumb to see it, low lives. That's all it really comes down to. You just want to use the fucking violence of the state. You want that apparatus used on your terms. You want to use for what you want. And that makes you a piece of low-life dog shit. Scumbags. It doesn't make you fucking good people. It doesn't make you powerful. It makes you a weakling fucking piece of shit scumbag. And that's all you're using is other scumbag loser thugs as the apparatus for violence. That's all it ever has been. And that makes you an immoral scumbag piece of fucking trash. And I'm just going to say it just like that from now until the day I die. Not because I'm doing vicious things to people and their delicate emotional sensibilities. No, it's because it's the truth. And that's what I'm charged to tell people. See, this is forced shadow work. You know, don't even call it what on earth is happening anymore. We went over what on earth is happening a long time ago. Now, this is forced shadow work. That should be the new name if I ever come back with any kind of a weekly show or podcast. It should be called Forced Shadow Work. Because that's what I've been doing, and that's why you guys fucking no longer take a nice shiny liking to Passio. I like, here's all the kiddos out there, right, kiddos? I used to love Passio back in the early days because he was really nice to us and he was kind and he never cursed and he never yelled at us and he never got jumped down our throats and he never got on our backs and told us that we were the problem. It was all external. I was able to do this with early Passio. Yay, I can do this. Look, yay for early Passio stuff. I can do this. I can point outside of myself because later Passio stuff told you that you need to do this. And that's when you guys checked the fuck out. You checked the fuck out because you're weaklings, because you're losers, because you don't really have any genuine fucking transformative spiritual aspect awake and alive in you. You're really what your owner occult masters call you. You're the fucking dead. And you always have been. You're just fucking dead inside. You have no passion. You have no awakened consciousness. You have no spirit. You have no fucking soul. You're just the fucking dead. And that's who all of the women out there that buy into the neo-feminist propaganda are. You're satanic fucking dead. You're low-life scumbags. You're fucking no spirituality losers. You're satanic fucking brainwashed morons. And you're the fucking dead, as the higher level Satanists call your low-life scumbag asses. Annie Oakley once said, I would like to see every woman know how to handle firearms as naturally as they know how to handle babies. And that's nice, but how about getting your head out from up your ass first, even before you handle a gun? Let's not put the guns into their hands until they get their heads out from up their ass. You can sight better when your head's not in your asshole, right? So take the head out of the asshole, then line up the rifle, then line up your sights, and then you'll be good. You see how that works? You know, it's important to follow step-by-step procedure. Head out from the ass first, you know? Yeah, I know most wouldn't think it would be such. I know. Believe me. So the awakening of the sacred masculine is awakening true courage within people, whether they're male or female. Both genders need the sacred masculine awakened within them, not just women who have bought into the neo-feminism agenda. True resistance against all forms of enslavement will equate to victory if we practice it. But is there resistance happening right now? Could you describe what's happening in the world as resistance? Believe me, I know some of the we're winning morons out there think that a resistance is taking place. Yeah, there's a great awakening. There's a grand awakening happening. There's such a resistance is taking place against the globalist occultists. Yeah, I know.
You get to receive what you receive.
I know what I'm.
We're resisting so hard. You got women posting all over social media, spreading more neo-feminist nonsense every fucking day, and their blatant hatred for men, blatant misandry everywhere, all over the fuck. I can't get away from it. I don't go and display open hatred to people. I treat people on a very even keel. I'm pleasant. I'm nice to fucking people who wait on me at a table or in a pub or whatever. And it's just hatred, because they just hate. Women are taught to hate any man that looks masculine. If you're not a little fucking fairy boy wearing pink spandex with fucking pink fucking flip flops on, and you know you call yourself, I don't fucking know, you know. You got fucking permed fucking blonde hair, and you're prancing the fuck around talking in a lilty voice. Then women love you. Because you're non-threatening. You're not going to be against the fucking state. You don't look like you're a guy that can fucking handle himself at all. It looks like you'll blow away in a light fucking breeze, you know? Oh, wind kicked up a little. Where'd he go? Where is he? Oh, he's 3/4 of the way down the block that way. He just blew the fuck away. You know? That's literally, that women love that. All the fucking conditioned neo-feminist women.
Midlife bro logic. What can I do for you?
Bro, what is it with these people like you and this sector where everyone's just so angry? I swear, if you try to use
we're tired of being surrounded by we're tired of being surrounded by bisexual, effeminate beta males like you who come online with your shirt off and the overly manicured mustache, don't stand for anything, have no values and principles, but flex your overly developed muscles because you love hanging at the gym with other guys all day. We're sick of being surrounded by people like you. We wish you would expire already and stop breeding. Since you asked.
If you want me to put a shirt on, I'll put a shirt on. It's hot. It's summer. Do you want me to
No,
put a
it's
shirt
not
on?
about the shirt. It's about you becoming an honor-able, presentable, co-creative, courageous man. And you're none of that. Yet you're online begging for donations. And we found the optics today. Snafu, dude. You lied again in front of everybody. You're into selling your own panties online and doing OnlyFans.
Yeah, I don't sell my own panties. I wish I had an underwear line.
But you just admitted indirectly that you wear panties. Thank you. I knew I'd get you.
Yeah, I don't wear panties, right? But my dude.
All right, so what's the point of asking me why I and others like Mark Passio? See, I'm less angry, arguably, than Mark Passio, and I actually do more and sacrifice more and have more consequences than him. So I could actually say the same thing for him. Why is he still following statute, policy, and code? Why is he in debt to the central banks? You know, why does he think that a course on how to become the next media is going to get us out of this? So I have gripes with him as well. But again, the reason he's presenting that way and the reason I echo the presentment at times is because pretty much we're tired of having to share this land with folks like you who never are going to stand for anything. Let's be clear about it. We could tell just by looking at you that you're not willing to lose your pretty and nice things to stand for anything true and correct and have to sacrifice and deal with consequences.
I'm not going to sacrifice my life for a bunch of people that treat me like shit. I mean, that's a fact. I mean,
that's the thing. It's not about sacrifice. It's not about sacrificing for anybody else. It's about doing it so you can respect yourself and have self-respect, self-esteem, self-worth, and self-value, self-actualized and self-realized. It's not about a group of other people. I don't do what I do for anyone else other than me so I can be the man I'm meant to be. If anyone else wants to join me, great. If they don't, great as well.
You don't have to keep taking me off. I know how to let someone talk, and then it's my turn to talk.
You don't get to tell me what I do and don't do. That's another issue that a lot of you beta males have. You're passive aggressive and you try to use your desires and entitlement to get what you want. You're not going to get what you want with me. You're going to get what you need one way or the other.
I want to clear the air, right? People are saying things about me. People are.
I don't give a fuck about you and your non-character reputation online. You're a nobody and a nothing. You haven't done anything. You're not known for anything, yet you're going around everywhere to be seen and heard and talked about. And then when people talk about you, you say, stop talking about me. I'm not going to play this game with you. You're a loser, failure. If you don't want to be talked about, go away and don't appear on panels. If you appear on panels, you're going to get talked about, in which case you love it and want it. Don't pretend that you don't. An easy way to not get talked about online. Don't appear anywhere.
I never said I didn't want to get talked about. Everyone's just lying about me. Everyone's slandering.
No one cares. This is not your broadcast. We don't know who you are. You're not of any prominence. You don't do anything or create anything. We're not interested in your life story and you telling us all about what you're doing on your horrible channel and how we should feel and think about you. Next subject.
I don't
You
beg
do that
for
in your
donations.
area.
I don't beg for donations. I beg for subs. So please get it right. Let the record state.
Well, subs lead
Midlife
to
Logic
value.
does not beg.
Subs lead to valuation. You and I know it, and so does Slow State. So cut the games. You're lying again indirectly.
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help your cause.
I didn't ask you for your help. You're not part of my cause. So I don't know what that means. You're a bizarre human being. You think I can't see through you. You're going to lie and triple down on the lie. You're not here to help me. You're not here to be part of the cause. You're here to grift off me and parasite off me. It's been obvious since moment one. So why would you try to insult my intelligence? Did Slow State not remind you or tell you that I can read people? Doesn't matter what you say to me. I can read you and I know who and what you are. They didn't warn you of that?
Me and Flo are not buddy like you think we are.
Again, I don't think anything. I don't spend any time thinking of you or him, quite frankly. You're like him, but I don't have any knowledge of what your relationship is to him. All I said was, did he not inform you, since you're around him from time to time, how I've broken him down and served him up on a hot plate over the last year or so? That's all I said. Did he inform?
We have never talked about you. Me and him have never.
Okay, but I'm pretty sure you had an interaction with me yesterday and you found out I can read people. So why bullshit me? Why insult both of our intelligence, disrespect both of us and this audience? What's the point? You're not here to help me. You're not here for the cause. You're not here to help me. You're not here for the cause. You're here to get subscribers to your pitiful channel. Own the position.
That's a fact. I wouldn't come up here if I wasn't trying to.
Right. Now you can get the fuck out because I'm not interested in helping you do your work and growing your channel. See how easy that was? You try to bullshit me. You try to lie. You try to manipulate. You try to deceive. It's not going to go over with me. Then I get you to own the position. Now I throw you the fuck out and you get no more time, energy, attention here. You're the lowest form of life. You are the problem, just like Slow State and the rest of the media desperate folks who want to get on camera and generate an audience and a conversation, non-versation, and generate some extra cash for yourself because you're poor, broke, desperate, need validation, and have no purpose and meaning or value system in your life off screen or on screen. So thank you. You just showed why I'm so good at what I do. I know you guys. The moment I see you, I can feel you. I can smell it. You make me have to call you out on your bullshit, embarrassing lies. You make me have to get you like a little boy being your daddy to own the damn true position that I see right through to. And then I throw you the fuck out on your ass to go make a life and a living for yourself. You're not going to ride daddy's coattails. Don't want you, don't need you, and I'm not going to help or co-create with a lying, cheating, deceiving, dishonorable, bad faith scum. Go take another jab and come back and talk to me when you're ready to be a man of faith and walk in truth and honorability and authenticity. Thank you. Come again.
You know, they look at a guy who looks like a guy like.
Did you have something, Brian O'Shea?
Yeah, I'm kind of running into a hiccup here for fucking tow yard. So it's $5.10 to get out, which is basically what I have in my pocket. He took a copy of the title, and then he started saying that, well, to get it out of the yard, you need plates on it. I said, there's a plate in there. And he goes, do you have registration and insurance? And I'm trying to do a thing because I didn't see a date.
So he's in court now. He's another one making legal determinations on the from a service provider position. He's going to tell you what it's going to take to give you your property back when you're already willing to pay the ransom fee. Is he policy enforcement? Does he work for the court? What is his major malfunction? This is the problem with living in a fascist, statist fucking arena and venue, is we have everybody connected to a false idea of what law is, being statute, policy, and code, and trying to monitor everyone, inform on everyone, and push it onto everybody. He just stole property and forced a service on you didn't need or ask for, and then he's demanding payment. It's extortion to get your property back. Then he's going to police you on top of it to tell you, after I extort you and get you to pay me for a service you didn't ask for, I'm going to police you and tell you how you could take the property out of here. Absolutely ridiculous. wouldn't go for it for 3 seconds. And I'd ask the bozo, what if I pulled a fucking tow truck up to this yard and put that car on the tow truck and towed it to the street line? Are you going to tell me I can't do that either, fuckface? He doesn't have an ability to tell you how he's going to release your property to you and what you're going to do with it after release. At best, he can take the damn payment and restore the property. What you do with it after the fact is between you, policy enforcement, and the courts. No?
Right. So I was trying to go with something because there wasn't a date on the title. I was going to try to put a date. I was going to be like, oh, don't you have a grace period? Just make a sale. But I don't know, man. They already made a copy of it with no date on it. But he seems like he's got a real cocksucker. It's kind of a young dude who's being a little douchebag. It seemed like they got that douchebag tow guy fucking mentality. They're like, in my yard, something about 72 hours. I got to double check what the fuck you're talking about with this 72-hour thing. Because I thought I could finagle something with it. If I put a date, like a recent date on there, less than 72 hours, be a grace period. If I put that expired plate on there. But they seem like they're going to be little cocksuckers about it. So I don't know. Maybe if I did get a tow, I guess I could ask my dad if I get a tow truck, just put it on the curb. What, am I going to hire them to do it? Use their towing services? Tow it to the curb? Like, I don't know, dude. The third party is what we ended up doing in Vegas. Like a third party person came in, but I don't know. It seems like these guys are cocksuckers.
We used to just get a tow strap, a buddy with a car, tow it. What, you can't do that no more these days, or what? What do you need a tow truck? What is it, a van? What you towing?
It's a car.
Don't you?
What's the bottom line here, O'Shea?
No, I got to go over there and ask him about it, what we were just talking about. So
you're going to ask him, or you're going to tell him?
Yeah, they're fucking cocksuckers, dude. They got that fucking.
I'm not interested in you whining and crying about how they're cocksuckers. That's the majority of these scum in this realm. Are you going to ask him or tell him what's going to happen?
Tell him.
It's your fucking property. Why are you talking to me like oh, these guys are, yeah, it's your property. You going to get it back or not? Are you going to let him tell you what the fuck's going to happen with your property after they already stole it and did court on the side of the road with no fucking signed warrant? You're going to remind them that they're all in breach of like 3 to 5 federal codes, state codes? Forget the law. They don't even understand that. Like, are we going to remind them? You took this property without a warrant, without a signed warrant from a magistrate. You made a legal determination on the side of the road. You're doing RICO because policy enforcement is now partnered with a public service corporation to force storage fees and storage on everyone who didn't need it or ask for it because the vehicle wasn't impeding traffic. It's all fraudulent. It's all criminal. You want to sit here and tell me what he's telling you, or do you want to remind him on the air, if necessary, of what his fucking obligations are as a man and as an American, and how he's already derelict in his duty and obligations? What do you want to do here?
I honestly just want to shoot these motherfuckers. I'm not going to do that.
Does it run?
He's a piece of dog shit, hasn't said a word. Like I said, your thin slicing is shit. Your ability to gauge and judge a situation, don't rely on your intuition. Don't quit your day job, you know? You could probably be a better opera singer without any fucking training. Certainly don't quit your day job to go be an intuitive specialist. You'll fail fucking miserably. Don't quit your day job to go become some fucking psychologist. You'll fail fucking miserably at it. Believe me, you'll end up in the fucking poorhouse. Okay? So quit trying to thin slice the situation, meaning, oh, I'm going to get all the info I need to know on a quick thin slice. I'm just going to look at the situation. I'm going to use my intuition. I'm going to know what's really going on here. He looks like some kind of a fucking masculine guy. He must be a piece of shit. He must treat people like shit. He must be a fucking, total domineering controller. He must be some fucking mean person that kicks fucking animals. Don't thin slice. you're no good at it. You're actually wretched at it. It's called do your due diligence and get the fucking information that you actually need in a stepwise progression over time, like it's supposed to be done. Don't try to just I'm going to get this little tiny bit of information and then I think I know everything I need to know, because you're living on Mount fucking Stupid and your intuition's in the shitter. You live on Mount Stupid and your intuition's in the shit can. Okay? So just don't embarrass your fucking self. And this is what most women do. You embarrass yourself and you show how little you know. And you show where you live on the Dunning-Kruger graph. It ain't on the right side, gals. It's way over on the left at the fucking summit of Mount Stupid. Not all of you. Ones who have done their due diligence, really understand what's going on in the world, do understand the occult, do understand natural law, do understand objective morality, have true care awoken in your heart, have true courage awoken in the sense of the true sacred masculine dynamic of your being, and then you're truly resisting the system. We have all too few of that. It's almost negligible. It's almost that it doesn't exist at all. It's so negligible of an amount. What we need to ultimately do is to wake up to the manipulation and resist it. Information regarding this occult agenda can be extremely difficult for the victims of its manipulation to hear. But when you finally recognize the methods and goals of this epi-eugenics agenda, you will wake up and see the programming. Exactly like when Neo wakes up in the Matrix movie, the original Matrix, and can see the code in the Matrix, which is when he gains all the power that he needs to fight back against the agents of the Matrix. That's when he finally develops confidence. It's like the true confidence when you're going up the slope of enlightenment. That's that moment for Neo. You know, then you're in the last 3% of humanity, if that. Like I said, I'm being generous, giving people 3% who are actually trying or really, truly getting it, the 0.5%, maybe. Resistance, because if we fight, we might lose, but if we don't fight, we've already lost. I mean, brilliant. Brilliant saying. I think this is by Jay Krishnamurti. He said, when the consciousness is denied its freedom, when the workings of society hamper the artist, the musician, the poet, the philosopher, in short, the thinker, it is time for the instinct of rebellion to declare a state of war. Ladies and gentlemen, war has already been declared upon us. If you don't think that these Satanists have declared war upon the human species, you have not been paying fucking attention. And no, the Talmudic Jews and the Zionist Jews, they are not the apex of the occult orders. They are one aspect of it. One aspect, just like dark Freemasonry, dark Rosicrucianism, Klapodic Kabbalah, Luciferianism, Satanism. The occult is what people have to understand, and it's a wide network of eclectic individuals. It's not all people who think exactly the same thing and are members of one group or club. Skull and Bones does not run the whole world. Skull and Bones is a sect of the religion that runs the whole world. Zionism does not run the whole world. Zionism is a sect of the religion that runs the whole world. The cultural religions don't run the world. They're sects of the religion that runs the world. And the religion that runs the world is ideological Satanism. And when you go to the highest levels of it, it becomes what I have referred to as dark Luciferianism in its worldview. That's who's directing the neo-feminist agenda. They're the highest levels of all the highest social engineering think tanks of the world, including the financial, the political, the religious, and the eugenics think tanks. And the occult ones. I mean, people have to stop thinking this is some little tiny structure with like a simple pyramid thing, and then there's one group at the top that runs it all. It's far more intricate and complicated. You could describe that as a simple model, just like you could describe this Dunning-Kruger effect as a simple function graph. It doesn't mean it's not much more complicated than that. This is what little children think like, who have no complexity in their thought, and they think in a unidimensional fashion. And that's mostly who we have. That describes all the people living on Mount Stupid in the Dunning-Kruger effect graph. See, Neo doesn't wake up until he comes off of Mount Stupid, stop identifying with an illusion, and actually gains more knowledge of self and more knowledge about how the system really works. Then he's at a place where he can actually start affecting the changes in the world, in that world that he is inhabiting spiritually. He can see what that system is doing and respond to it in real time. It's a beautiful allegory if it's understood. Most people are just too dumb to understand it. Just like they're too dumb to understand anything else, including technology, including communication. They just want to stay where they're at. They're just comfortable living on Mount Stupid, and they just want to fucking stay there. They don't want to push themselves to move forward. And that's why everybody loves early Passio. But fuck later Passio, because he's getting hard on his students now. And he's trying to tell them, you got to change internally, and you got to change in your knowledge, and you got to change in your spirituality. And you guys don't want to fucking change. You want to point fingers externally and say, it's the Jews. It's the Catholics, it's the Freemasons, it's the Jesuits, it's these guys over here, it's these guys over here, over there. But you never want to do this, ever once. And that's what makes you lowlives. You could think you know all the shit that you think you know. You don't know dick is what you know. You don't know fuck all. You're little children pointing your fingers outward instead of saying, maybe the problem lies with my bullshit thinking that I've been given by those out there and all around, and I took it as gospel fucking truth, and I ate it with a spoon, a straw, a hose, and a funnel, and I gulped it down my gullet on full fucking blast. And fuck anybody trying to tell me that I made a mistake and that my worldview is fucked up and I have to purge my bullshit religious thinking, whether it's the religion of cultural religion, whether it's the religion of Zionism, whether it's the religion of fucking U.S. imperialism, whether it's the religion of radical right-wing culture, whether it's the religion of Trump's going to save us, whether it's the religion that the blue avians are going to save us, whether it's the religion that Q and all his fucking Q-tards are going to save us, whether it's the fucking flat earth religion, whether it's the fucking whatever other bullshit you want to believe, the religion of authority, the religion of government, the religion of my political party, the religion of my religion's untainted. It's just everybody else's that's wrong. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then it's just, that guy Passio, he just changed later on. That's all that happened. No, I knew everything that I knew now, just about on day one. I just took it way easier on people back then because I wanted people to actually listen. And I should have been just as hard on you then as I am now. I should have just came right out of the gate swinging with vicious fucking uppercuts. I shouldn't have just start throwing a couple of jabs. I should have just been uppercutting you motherfuckers in the fucking teeth since day one. And I should have been my real genuine self like I am now. I should have never taken it easy on anybody. It was a big mistake. It was one of my biggest mistakes and regrets of my whole broadcasting career and teaching career, if you want to call it that. That I didn't just come out swinging a fucking hatchet at your head is what I should have done. Metaphorically, I should have swung a big fucking warrior sword, sharpened on both sides, right at your jugular vein on podcast 001. Instead, I was very polite and took a long time to try to bring you guys along. And when I really look back, you fucking didn't move from the spot where you were at on day one. You never moved you never budged a fucking micrometer. You never budged a micrometer. You think you did. You believe that you budged the micrometer, but when you really look back and fucking take the score, you guys didn't even budge the width of a fucking human hair. And you got fucking light years to go before you really fucking wake the fuck up. And almost all of you guys failed fucking miserably. You're nowhere near true resistance because you never woke the fuck up truly. You're under a false awakening. That's the biggest danger. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled isn't that he doesn't exist. It's that he gave you a false variant of what real awakening is, and you guys bought it hook, line, and fucking sinker, you fucking tards. You bought it hook, line, and sinker. Now you think you're knowledgeable. Now you think you're awake. And now you think Passio's unhinged because he gets angry at my retardation. Passio's screaming at me and telling me I live on Mount Stupid, so all of his earlier stuff's okay. And when he talks like this, it's okay too. But, you know, when he was telling us that we're the problem and we need to wake up and we're really under a false awakening and we're not winning, I don't like that guy, you know? Yeah, that's what you guys fucking sound like. It's pathetic. You're losers. You're losers who I don't want to be associated with. And I'm not. I'm not the same fucking thing as you. I'm not the same animal. I'm not the same creature. I'm not the same fucking species. Don't even put me and you together in the same fucking sentence. Keep my name out of your fucking retarded species mouth. Because we are not the same thing, and I ain't in your dumb fucking cult like you are. And here's what it really comes down to. You got to say no to all the bullshit. And I'm saying no to the fake freedom movement. The fake freedom movement, you ain't making any freedom and you ain't making any movement. You haven't gone anywhere since day one. And it's because you didn't say the lost word to evil. You didn't say the lost word to bullshit. You didn't say the lost word to psyops. You didn't say the lost word to fake spirituality. You didn't say the lost word to fucking bullshit religion. All you did is say yes to all of that, and you gulped it down your shit-eating gullet the whole fucking time. For the last 17 years, that's all you did. You opened up your gaping fucking maw, and you put a fucking fire hose of bullshit down your fucking gullet, morons. That's all you guys did. Here's one of my favorite quotes in comic book history. And Captain America was supposed to embody the spirit of America. It doesn't matter what it became. It doesn't matter what you think it was originally intended to be. The essence of the original Captain America is he's embodying the true spirit of what America's origins and original intent are supposed to be. That's why in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he's the only one that could even budge Mjolnir. And Thor looks at it when he makes the effort to move it, and he sees that he did move it. Maybe he didn't fully lift it, but he moved it. Thor looks at it like, whoa, because it's an allegory.
All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. Rocky, do you got a last word that you want to give to the people before we get the hell out of here?
Nah, I don't like ending statements and shit. Just try to do better, I guess.
All right. All right, well, I'm going to take us out then.
All right.
All right, appreciate you. All right, folks. Another one in the books, calling it a resounding success. I did have to block and ban a few people. I'm sure I'll unblock and ban you at some point, but you're annoying, right? When you constantly do the same shit down there and you constantly projecting and playing games in the chat box, it gets to be annoying, right? So then I just got to kind of do away with you. The freak is like a constant issue, problem, offender down there. so to speak. So nothing new. Same folks doing the same things, ending up in the same places in the same circumstances, and never really trying to figure out what's actually happening there to create that. What is that now? Did I just lose? Can you hear me? All right, I'm going to reset now. Now I got to reset because it's giving me fucking warnings and issues. 1 second, real quick. All right, we're back. Okay, Mazel from out west. We'll be back tomorrow, somewhere between 12 and 5. I've broadened the horizons and the margin of when my time can be. So I guess look for the notification. We may go on again today or tomorrow, the same time as today, around 1 MDT. I may go a little bit later, somewhere between 3 and 5, depending on what I got going on. So you're lucky you got me at all right? I'm the god of all media. I'm the enslaved one. I'm important, right? I'm like Mark Passio. I'm even more important and valuable than Mark Passio. All right, seriously, I love you. Much appreciation. Thank you to Leslie, especially lately, Auntie Leslie, Lee, Horde, Spear Taco, Scott. There are many folks, contributors and supporters. You are a blessing to I, and I'm always thankful and grateful and gracious to you folks, and also the haters, even the slaves and haters and disenchanted mud apes, as Mr. Passio would say. All right, Mazel from out west. I'm out of here. Say goodnight to the bad guy. Let me know if I don't have sound on this because they're fucking me with this internet connection. Outro. They're constantly double speaking like the snake in the garden, right? Trying to convince folks that if they just eat of the fruit of this tree, that they'll become like God. If you just like opt into statute, policy, and code and like don't, if you just submit, cooperate, and comply, we're all going to be safe, right? It's again the same spiritual archetype of the fork-tongued, double-speaking snake in the garden, trying to convince us to give up our true power, to do the will, to do its will in order to become safe enough that we can be like God. Well, you have to come to the organic, authentic conversion state of choosing a different belief or knowing something different to be true. I can't tell anybody else what to believe or what their conviction is. I've come to a state at some point in my life where I realize I will govern myself. I get to make choices on what I do. No other man or woman in this realm gets to do that. Government only exists because of us. Right? We as men created it. We gave it a limited power in order to uphold our rights from folks who wish to take them. So the moment that they do not fulfill their task, the power transfers back to the benefactor / beneficiary. Government and servants don't get to decide for men and women who has what, when, why, and how. They only get to do that for themselves and folks who identify with that and opt in. Again, ignorance of the law is no excuse. So most folks are ignorant of not only God, therefore they're faithless, they're ignorant of how this system works and the fact that they've opted into, with contract, a whole bunch of obligations that are advisory for men and women and only compulsory for agents of the corporation. You can't write up state code that's antithetical to the federal code, which is pursuant to the Constitution. That's called an overthrow of the law of the land. People just say shit. It's called checks and balances. Everything has to be pursuant to the highest code, which is pursuant to the highest law. Code is a codification of law. The law of the land is we have a right to pursue our happiness and do whatever we want without causing loss, injury, or harm, and as long as we pay our debts. That's what's known as the common law. And it's common fucking sense. When did the servants get rights and abilities more than the men and women they serve? I'll ask it over and over again. And the answer is when you all opted in and put yourselves on record as agents of this corporation rather than men and women on the land with natural rights, and then you acted like a slave. If millions of you on the road are going to ride around with all of the corporate identifiers and do contract with them willingly, what are they going to say when they come across me? Common practice is now
the opposite of the common law. Because they're going to go, well, all the rest of us think we have to do it. Right, you have a belief that you have to do what servants, civil servants, and a corporation tells you to do. My God and my conscience and my balls, quite frankly, between my legs as a man tell me, no, I don't.
Low lives. Yeah.
God of all media.